It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Hun School of Princeton, where today the Raiders host the Steinert Spartans in first-round Mercer County Tournament high school baseball action on the WBCB Sports Network. Today's game brought to you by the New Jersey Education Association, your Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and thanks to Angelo Onifrey, thanks to the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Haldeman Ford Subaru, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow, thanks to the Trenton Thunder, the all-new Hyundai of Trenton, the Hamilton Township Education Association helping to make portions of today's game possible. Thanks also to Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter. We've got our adoptable pets coming your way in today's game. Thanks to the Alumni Baseball Camp, Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Italian People's Bakery, and the Trentonian. And we turn things over to Jordan Hirsch, who's going to have the play-by-play for today's game. And a big one today, opening round, a 5-4 matchup. So you look at how things break down, two pretty evenly matched teams, Jordan.
Yeah, and these are two teams that just faced off in some regular season play last week. Hun getting the win in that one, 5-1. And Hun also, they are the reigning Mercer County Tournament champs, so you know they are going to be hungry today, looking to defend their title, going up against a Steinert team that has won more MCT tournaments than any other team. But their last one hasn't come since 2016, so they're looking to snap a little bit of a drought.
Well, and Jordan, this Hun school, not quite the team that they were last year. A lot of their talent leaving graduation, and so they're hoping that they can get back to that level. But, you know, Steinert Spartans going to have something to say about that here today in this opening round game. And the winner moves on, either Notre Dame or Robbinsville. So the path doesn't get any easier. Every game a grind. And the pitching matchup kind of interesting. You were telling me that the starter for Hun is going to get another crack at these Spartans.
Yeah, Charles Batista today. He's a flamethrower. He'll touch 90, 91, and he had a really good outing last week against Steinert, going 4 2/3, only giving up 4 hits and 1 run, walked 2 and struck out 4. That was after getting out of a little bit of a jam in the first inning. He had gotten second and third, 1 out, got out of that, and proceeded to then retire 13 of the next 14 batters that he faced. So he really settled in nicely in these Steinert Spartans. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of an approach they have going up against him today.
And for Joe Loretti, who's going to be on the mound for Steinert, under 2 ERA last season. And, you know, one of their pitchers who comes into this season with varsity experience, that's invaluable when you're talking about a Mercer County tournament game. And again, a great ERA, a couple of varsity appearances last spring, and a former star in both Sunnybray Little League and Hamilton Babe Ruth. So he's come up through the feeder systems, and now he's going to get an opportunity here in the first round of the Mercer County Tournament.
Yeah, and Loretti's just had a real fantastic season. He's been a workhorse for this team. He leads the team in pitches and innings pitched. He's sporting a 2.55 ERA. He struck out 39 and 35 in 2/3 innings, only giving up 13 earned runs. Walks a little bit of a problem, 17, but I just think that if he's able to really settle it in today and throw strikes, we could have a really great pitcher's duel on tap.
One thing that in that first matchup, the matchup you were referencing between Hun and Steinert really couldn't get the bats going. I mean, just generating 1 run, and that's something I'm sure that Coach Giolella and the team, you always want to get off to a quick start, but that would kind of change the mathematics or the momentum or whatever people are thinking going into today's game if Steinert can get a couple of early, quick runs in this one.
Yeah, and that's been Steinert's bread and butter this season. However, recently they haven't been able to score a whole ton of runs. That game that you had mentioned, the 5-1 loss to Hun last week, that was coming off of a 23-1 thumping of Princeton just the day before. Wow. And really since that game, Steinert hasn't necessarily been right offensively. They only scored 1 run in that game. They've averaged 7.35 runs per game this season and are second in the Colonial, in the CVC in run differential, only to Notre Dame. So really, scoring and offense has been how they've won their games today, and they're facing a really tough pitcher, and it's going to be just interesting to see how they come out and respond. But yeah, scoring often.
School skipper Monfilo is out there with the lineup card at home. Now we see Brian as well. Tom Folletto, CB alum, and now great with Hunt again. Mercer County Tournament champion last year. Always to see Tom Reese extend an invitation to stop to the WBCB studios next time Tom gets a chance. He was part of our WBCB sports department, calling games and working the cameras and doing all those things for us. And great to see the leadership that he has had for the Hun School and how he has navigated this program, and also really been able to maybe bring in some top talent. You talk about last year and their Mercer County Tournament run. They still have a strong lineup and a lot to contend with when you talk about the Hun School and the resources that they have to bear.
Yeah, and Tom Monfilo, who with WCB between 2012 and 2014, he's been just as good of a coach, though, for this team.
Nah, he's been
right.
He's better as a coach. That's why he's not at WB anymore.
I guess that is the way you could look at it. Yeah, he was the 2017 Trenton Prep Coach of the Year, and he followed that up 2 seasons later with the award 19 Coach of the Year 2021. So he's got a nice list of awards to go along with a great track record here at with this Hun program.
Good resume building. Same thing for Giolella and the Steinert Spartans, and let's say you just take the Giolella family with the legacy that Rich Giolella laid down for the program, and now over when they're at Steinert High School, they play at Rich Giolella Field. I mean, when the field is named after you, you know you've done a lot for the program. And then he passed the reins on to Brian, and they just kept things going. As far as the type of expectations, the attention to detail that the Spartans, kind of a calling card for their success and maybe the success of just about any high school baseball program. But certainly Giolella has his finger on the pulse when it comes to those details, those little things. A lot of times, though, I like the fact that he will keep it behind closed doors, and you don't see Coach Giolella get out there and single out a player. Oh, we got the national anthem coming up. First pitch in just a moment, Jordan. So I'm going to have Colin Summer pick it up. He's our VE, and we will have the first pitch coming your way. The Hun School hosting the Spartans.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, Call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
County Tournament action on the WBCB Sports Network, and Steinert bats about ready to dig in, and let's take a look at their lineup that they're going to roll out there today. It's going to be number 12, Christian Finaccio, in the leadoff spot playing left field. Jake Pope, the second baseman, number 9, will bat second. Braden Nitty, number 35, the center fielder, hits third. Jack Gill, the cleanup batter, he's going to play some shortstop today, wearing number 19. Batting fifth, Ryan Everett over in right field, wearing number 11. Jack Lambert, the first baseman, bats sixth. He's number 21. Danny Mayer, the designated hitter today, number 25, bats seventh. And then rounding out the lineup, Ryan Tash bats eighth. Over at third base, number 10. And the catcher, Andrew Condurso, number 6, will bat ninth. And they're going to face Charles Batista, who comes into today with a 2.29 ERA in an 18 and a third innings this season. He's only given up 6 earned runs and struck out 21. So like we mentioned in the pregame show, a very tough test for Steinert today, as Batista looks like he's almost ready to go, just finishing up his warm-up tosses. We're about to get some Mercer County Tournament action underway. Chris, you ready?
I'm ready. Tough test, but a beautiful day and a great campus here. I mean, they got all the great facilities at the Hun School of Princeton. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Mercer County Tournament action, sunshine. Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, it looks like Batista is almost ready.
Yeah, Christian Finaccio hit .277 last year, 13 runs batted in, 8 stolen bases, and was presented with the Freshman Scholar Athlete Award in 2021. A leader not just on the baseball team, but in the classroom, a peer leader and a member of Teens on Fire at Steinert. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but
well, it means he's involved, yes. And he's been involved in this lineup this season as well, coming in hitting a solid .314 with 12 RBIs, and he's getting set to lead this one off here from Wilf Field here on the campus of the Hun School of Princeton as Batista gets set. And we are underway as a bunt is shown by Finaccio and taken back 1-0.
Got somebody here with the radar gun.
Well, yeah, with Batista, it's definitely going to be a useful instrument as he will hit 90, 91. And on a warm day like today, you know that he wants to turn it up and get loose.
Warm day, not much of a breeze today, Jordan. Looks like the wind may be blowing slightly out to left field.
1-1 pitch coming is chopped on the ground right back to Batista. And he's got an easy play. No, he throws it all the way down the right field line. Finaccio's off to the races. He's around second. He's going to hold up there. And so not the start that the Raiders were looking for, as, I don't know, I think Batista maybe had a lot of time there and could have just walked it over to first base and made the easy flip, but instead decides to try to whip it with some of that great arm speed and just throws it right on past Jack Saker. And the leadoff man is on second now for the Spartans.
I mean, how often does that happen when somebody has almost too much time? It looks like an easy play. Sometimes it's not as easy.
Well, first pitch is taken just a bit outside here as Jake Pope, the second baseman, digs in. We mentioned Steinert's struggles on offense. I think for their sake, they hope they broke out of it in their last game, which was a 6-1 win in which they scored 5 runs in the 7th and really had a coming out party in that inning. That's now 2 balls and no strikes here to Pope. That win coming over Allentown. The 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner, 2-1.
Pope will attend Immaculata University in the fall, majoring in sports and business management.
That was my original major.
Then you got into sports broadcasting, Jordan?
That's right, little sports media. That pitch is taken down and away, 3 balls and 1 strike, and with an open base at first, you got to figure Batista does not want to give in, especially early in this one.
Yeah, on my way out here, went past Rider University, and that's where you're going to be attending, or are you already
That's where I'll be
in
attending.
the program?
Yeah, I've got my classes all picked. That's where I'll be attending starting in September. As the 3-1 to Pope is a bunt taken back for a strike, and the count runs full.
Sports and business management, though, that's where the money is.
Yeah.
I think.
All the people who run everything that goes on behind the scenes at all these sporting events. 3-2 is a slider taken down and in, ball 4, and now the Spartans have the first 2 runners on.
And an early mound visit for the Hun school.
Yeah.
Probably a smart decision, right? A little early trouble, but you get out there, you say, trust yourself, trust your stuff, and let's get after it. Just a quick word of encouragement.
Yeah, Deacon Bound, the catcher, just going out there trying to settle down his pitcher, who takes a walk around the mound. You could tell he might be a little bit rattled as now the third baseman, Tyler Tucker, goes over to give him some words of encouragement. As Braden Nitty, the center fielder, gets some signs from his third base coach and digs in here. This is what we had talked about. Steinert now with an opportunity to get on the board first and get out to a lead. Something we all know that they're looking to do, carry over that momentum from their win over Allentown earlier in the week, as Nitty drops a bunt down. It's a good one. Off the mound is Batista, fires it over to first, and he throws it away again. 1 run's going to score. Pope's flying around third. He's getting the wave. Here comes the relay to the plate. It is offline. 2-run score. Another error by Batista leads to a 2-run hit for Braden Nitty. And just like that, the Spartans are up 2-0, and that's going to prompt another mound visit here for the Raiders.
Well, again, just trying to settle down your starter, and they're not really making great contact. A little bunt right there.
Yeah, that was really just a sacrifice trying to advance the runners to second and third. Ends up advancing both of them home. And
a walk, errors. He's been...
Yeah, no hits so far, but 2 runs on the board.
Yeah, for Braden Nitty, he's got that championship stuff. Was a member of the district winning team for Nottingham Little League way back when, and made the state tournament with Nottingham and their Babe Ruth with their all-star team. And Nitty going to TCNJ right now at second base for the Spartans.
Yeah, this lineup, you really just don't get any breaks as Jack Gill digs in, sporting a cool .410 average, 16 hits, all of them singles, and I'm sure the Spartans would take another one of those singles right here with Nitty standing out there at second and still nobody out. The first pitch to Gill is on the outside corner, 0-1.
Spartan dugout getting fired up. They recognize early opportunity.
Yeah, and tournament play just brings out the energy in everyone, and right now it's the Spartans that are the ones making the noises. The 0-1 pitch coming here to Gill is inside, and it gets away, bounces all the way back to the pitcher, but Nitty's going to be able to move up to third now on a wild pitch.
Wow, for the Hun school, as far as a start to this game is concerned, wild pitches, errors.
Yeah, not a good start, certainly. And I mean, Batista didn't get off to that great of a start. He had runners on second and third and 1 out when these two teams met last week, but he was able to get out of that jam and then really settle in. And obviously already given up 2. He's going to have to kind of find that groove he was in quickly as a breaking ball is taken off the plate away. That runs the count to 2-1. Righty on lefty matchup. Batista delivers low, and it's 3-1. So command certainly an issue for Batista, as he does not look like he's the most comfortable out there on the mound, walking around a lot. Just kind of looks like he's out of his rhythm right now.
Jack Gill going to intern with the police department next year.
And the 3-1 to him is hit on the ground towards third. Oh, diving stop there by Tucker. Gets to his feet, and the throw is in time. Saker hangs on to the bag of runs, scores. So 3-0, but a great play by Tyler Tucker over there at third base to get the first out. And he gives a little motion to Batista like, let's go, as they finally get their first out put up on the board.
Now batting number 11, Everett.
And that brings Ryan Everett to the plate. You see if maybe getting one out on the board can settle Batista down a little bit as he delivers a strike. It's 0-1. That one's ripped foul past Brian Giolella in the third base coach's box.
Ryan is an honor roll student at Steinert, and he's planning on going to Ramapo University. You know where that is, Jordan? Ramapo?
Never heard of Ramapo University, but...
Well, there you go. First time.
Here, Everett chops one on the ground. Third baseman Tash, where Tucker a little bit of an easier play, and Saker applies the tag. 2 down now in the first.
Well, that's a confidence builder just for this infield, for the defense. You get the ground ball, and finally you make, the play. A couple of easy plays they weren't able to convert on.
Yeah, and it's got to feel good for Batista to be able to force that weak contact. I mean, Steinert not really hitting anything hard, but it's just got to be a real confidence booster that finally one of those softly hit baseballs results in an out as Lambert swings first pitch and misses. It's 0-1.
And probably this isn't what he's thinking on the mound, Jordan, but, man, waking up the defense a little bit.
Yeah, Batista certainly would like to have some good defense behind him for this one because you don't want to give any extra outs, which is kind of something they've already done so far to this Steinert team.
Yeah.
A pitch missed a little high, so the count runs even now, 1-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball low, and Batista now in the driver's seat, 1-2, looking to get out of this inning. Got to figure with this Hun Raiders offense, 3 runs probably isn't going to be enough to win it. So if Batista could just find a way to settle in and just continue to do what he's done now the last 2 batters, Hun's still got to feel pretty good about themselves as that slider's taken away, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's definitely not that kind of insurmountable lead this early, but
it's just definitely one you don't want to have get any worse here, especially early in this game. Batista looking to work his way out of the inning. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Charles Batista, and he does get out of this inning. No runs, no hits, but 3 runs score. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. 3-0 Steinert, and Hun coming up to bat.
All right, today's game brought to you by the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. And they have the car inventory in Mercer and Bucks County. It's ready for delivery. The all-new Hyundai of Trenton, cars priced from $2,000 all the way up to $200,000, and every price point in between. The all-new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy. Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory ready for immediate delivery. The area's newest auto dealer with cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. And since 1899, proud to be part of our greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided family members through difficult times, helped them when they've needed it most, and their dedicated and compassionate staff is there, ready to go the extra mile, go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor today's game, and they hope you are enjoying it. Thanks for being with us. Don't forget, if you miss the action on the WBCB Sports Network, you can read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. Check out the Trentonian or online, Trentonian.com.
Well, the Hun Raiders facing an early 3-0 hole, and let's run down their lineup. It's going to be Nico Amicangelo to lead off. William Kramer bats second and plays shortstop. Michael Jolly bats third. Michael Chiaravallo bats fourth and plays center field. Charles Batista, the pitcher, hits fifth. Tyler Tucker, the third baseman, hits sixth, and the bottom three are Deacon Bound, the catcher, Jack Saker, the first baseman, and Trey Francis, the left fielder. And they're going to face the junior Joe Loretti, who comes in with a 2.55 ERA. We mentioned he's been that workhorse leading this team in innings pitched. He's got 39 strikeouts, 17 walks, and has allowed 22 hits today, and he's working with an early 3-0 lead as the first pitch here to Amicangelo is taken high, 1-0.
Really early in this one, Jordan, but you know, for the Spartans, you want that shutdown inning if you can get it.
Yeah, always important, especially early in games, as that one's fouled over the Hun dugout. It's a ball and a strike.
I mean, that's really where you can snatch that momentum. You know, bottom of the inning, Hun School, if they can get the offense going, they can, certainly right in this thing.
1-1 pitch is over the head of Amicangelo, 2-1. That'll wake you up.
But you slam the door shut in the bottom of the inning. I think it.
Yeah, it's very important at all levels to be able to put up shutdown innings because, like you said, it keeps momentum in your dugout. And Steinert's dugout's been loud so far and looking to continue that. Check swing. Home plate umpire says he went around, so 2-2.
And now that the Raiders are at bat, we hear the Hun School getting loud over there in their dugout, trying to get something going in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, trying to snatch that momentum back and be able to maybe answer with at least 1 or 2 runs in this inning, as Amicangelo doing what a leadoff hitter should do so well, and that's work the count. It's now 3-2.
Well, that was one of those pitches so far outside, not really competitive. It was easy take.
Yeah, it looks like Loretti kind of pulled off a little bit on that one as the 3-2 coming here is flied out towards center field. Routine play for Braden Nitty. He settles under it and makes the grab, 1 out. So good job by Loretti to be able to get Amicangelo for the first batter of this game and put up a quick first out. And that's going to bring William Kramer to the plate. Kramer on the year hitting .465 with 15 runs batted in, 2 doubles, and 20 hits and 43 at bat. So another imposing bat in this Hun lineup as he takes ball 1 low. It's 1-0.
Yeah, we were mentioning the pleasant weather today at the Hun School of Princeton for our first round action. It feels like the ball could fly pretty well on a day like today.
Yeah, warm day, mid-80s here. Just a beautiful day for baseball, and like you said, if you can get something in the air, it could go a long way today.
Hard to judge, but I felt like that one carried a little bit further out to Nitty, that last fly ball to center.
Yeah, Nitty was kind of stationed perfectly, but yeah, off the bat, I thought he might have to come in, as that one is taken for a strike, 2-1. Loretti kicks and delivers low. 3 balls and 1 strike, so another 3-ball count. And so far, at least, the Raiders doing a good job of seeing some pitches here against Loretti early, and that's definitely always a positive when you're just trying to scratch and claw your way back. 3-0 is fouled off and another full count. Or 3-1 fouled off, excuse me. Now full count, 3-2. Let's see, it looked like Loretti came with the fastball, 3-2 to Amicangelo, so Kramer might have to be ready for the heat right here. As the 3-2 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, strike 3, and 2 outs. Or ball might have been tipped a little bit by Kramer. Either way, the first strikeout of the day for Loretti, and now the imposing bat of Michael Jolly digs in. He's been this team's power hitter, hitting .354 with 4 home runs, 4 doubles, and 17 RBIs. So
wow.
Jolly, he could be a beneficiary of this nice weather definitely somebody who looks to elevate and drive the balls. The first pitch to him is taken at the knees. It's 0-1.
Well, you were right with Loretti's fastball right there. Got him, and I felt like he placed it really well to get that strikeout, kind of work the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, well-located fastball. That's the old adage. It's the best pitch in baseball. This one's popped up towards second base. And Jack Pope gives way to Ryan Everett, who drops it. And so now an error for Steinert extends the inning for Michael Chiravallo.
Now batting number 10, Chiravallo.
Well, the Spartans were given a couple of extra bases, and now they give one to the Hun School.
Yeah, now you got to figure that even with 2 outs, they're going to be looking to take advantage because Steinert was able to score 3 runs off of errors in their half of the first. And the Hun Raiders, again, they're another team that you just don't want to give extra outs to. And now Loretti's got to work around the 2-out error. He delivers a first pitch strike at the knees. Runner goes, pitch is taken outside, no chance. A great jump by Michael Jolly puts him into scoring position, and just absolutely no chance there behind the plate for Condurso. So now a single gets Hun back to within 2. And the 1-1 pitch coming. It's taken outside 2-1. Loretti's hat falls off. Maybe trying to throw that one with a little too much energy behind it. And he's going to get a meeting now at the mound by his catcher, Condurso. Just maybe trying to settle him down now as runner on second base, 2 outs, 3-0 ball game here in the first.
Yeah, and Chiavala is kind of the guy you want to have up there. You talked about the potency of Jolly, but this guy's made him go too this year.
Yeah, he's not batting cleanup for no reason as he takes a pitch low. It's 3-1.
That's like old school thinking anymore, though. I don't know who bats cleanup in a modern day lineup, and sometimes now your best hitters are up 2, 3. But yeah, that cleanup spot, certainly you're expecting some runs to get knocked in.
Yeah, definitely some great offense up and down this Hun lineup as the 3-1 comes here to Chiravallo and it's fouled off, and that's going to be the 3rd full count of the inning.
Yeah, a lot of deep counts for Loretti.
Yeah, if nothing else, Hun running up his pitch count here early and just getting to see a lot of pitches, and that could just be something that helps them later on in the ball game as the 3-2 pitch coming to Chiravallo is fouled off. Runner was going. Chiravallo coming off a 2-for-3 day with 2 doubles in Hun's 18-5 win at Petty on Tuesday. Also knocked in an RBI in that one. And Loretti turns and fakes the throw back to second, now trying to control the running game a bit.
I mean, outside of the Mercer County Tournament, there's not much baseball left for these teams, and we're getting down to the end game.
Yeah, coming down the home stretch of the season for both of these teams, and a called strike 3, low and inside at the knees. A couple of strikeouts for Loretti, no runs, no hits, a man left. We'll head to the second. 3-0 Steinert on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We are proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association.
And talk about coming down to the end game. It's almost the end of the school year.
Yeah, and
prom time.
HDSD pop-up schoolhouse events are happening in August, on August 9th at Yardville Heights Elementary, August 15th at Sunnybray Elementary, and August 23rd at Kistart Elementary. This event will be from 3 to 5 p.m. August 29th at Cuser Elementary will be from 4 to 6. Meet teachers and staff, learn about community resources, and more. HDSD Summer Camp 2023 registration is open. Summer camps are offered to Hamilton Township residents entering grades K through 12. Visit hdSDNJ.org to register. HTSD Tech Night is on May 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Crockett Middle School. The event will feature a showcase of the technology of the Hamilton Township schools. Admission is free, and you can pre-register at htsdnj.org.
I hope we do some games over at the Sunnybray Little League fields. That's always a blast.
Well, top of the second now, and Danny Mayer, the designated hitter, digs in. Steinert looking to extend their 3-0 lead after they were able to pick up that shutdown inning. Needed an extra out after the error by Everett in right field, but 2 strikeouts by Loretti, and now his offense goes back to work as the first pitch is taken outside to Mayer, 1-0. This is where Batista was really able to settle in these two teams' meetings last week after a rough first inning, settled in nicely, retired 13 of 14 en route to a win, and he's got the count even now to Mayer, 1-1.
Danny Mayer earned the Unsung Hero Award and the Most Improved Player on the football field for the Spartans.
A great two-sport athlete is Mayer, and he's behind in the count now. A ball and 2 strikes. Mayer this season, he's hitting .375. Not a lot of opportunities, just 8 at-bats, but he's made the most of them when he's been called upon, as that one's grounded out towards shortstop. And the throw is in time by Kramer, 1 away, so a good job by Batista to settle in and get the first out of this inning.
Well, Mayer can't get on base right there, but talk about coming up big in a big game. The Thanksgiving Day game, right? A traditional matchup between Hamilton and Steinert, and he was the MVP of that game.
Well, it's always great to have 2 sport athletes on your team, and, you know, a lot of kids now are really just trying to specialize in one, but you know, when you can play multiple sports, you know that what he does on the football field is going to help him on the baseball field and vice versa. It's just great to be involved in everything athletically these days.
Coming up big on Thanksgiving Day, though, makes that turkey taste a little bit better, I bet.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. And Ryan Tash digs in, shows bunt, takes a ball. It's 2-1.
Excited to embark upon our adoptable pet segment between innings.
Yeah, got a couple of new animals this week, as you'll get to meet them after the next 2 outs, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Tash. So Batista, you could tell just kind of by his body language, he looks a lot more comfortable out there, not really taking those long walks in between pitches and kind of just going right at these hitters as the 2-2 pitch is low and the count runs full again.
Just one more game, talking about limited action remaining for these teams, just one more regular season, not counting the Mercer County Tournament games. They play Stony Brook tomorrow, right, the Hun School.
Yeah, and, you know, it's always great to get some of these Mercer County Tournament games in as you head down the stretch of the regular season, get yourself ready for district and state playoffs, as Ryan Tash is aboard with a walk. Second walk of the day for Batista, so that matches his total from his previous timeout against Steinert. Still no hits for the Spartans, as Andrew Condurso, the 9-hole hitter, digs in with a runner on first, 1 out, and the first pitch to him hits him in the back. Looked like it might have slipped out of the hands of Batista, as that one, I mean, you never want to get hit, but that one looked like it fortunately just grazed him. And now 2 on with 1 out, back to the top of the order for Christian Finaccio.
Yeah, I never wanted to get hit when I played, but That was one of the most effective ways for me to get on base. You know.
Well.
Oh, they got a courtesy runner out there now, so
It's going to be.
He can ice his back in the dugout.
Yeah, and get ready to go back out there and catch as well. So 2 on, 1 out. Finaccio digs in. And the first pitch is taken low. A ball and no strikes. That courtesy runner is number 24, Nathan Klingel, out there at first base. So Batista got the first out easily, but now a walk and a hit by pitch has Steinert looking to extend their lead, and the 1-0 is again low, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, I'm such a baseball traditionalist. I'm one of the few guys who still rejects the universal DH in the National League, and even at the high school level, like, I think a pitcher can run, a catcher can run. They do, you know, I understand it, the courtesy runner helps the game move better.
Yeah, well, did you see, Chris, there's thought of actually putting the courtesy runner rule in Major League Baseball. They're testing it out in the minors right now.
I mean, what's to test out? I mean, you get faster. It's not like it would work. Yeah, but then the pitcher, all they do is they throw the ball. I don't know.
3 balls and no strikes and a 4-pitch walk now to Finaccio loads up the bases. It's the 3rd walk of the day for Batista, and just not really having the best day out there on the mound. He's going to get another visit from one of his coaches. And
yeah, lots of talking on the mound.
Yeah, and while they do that, the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery, since 1936. And we've got Mother's Day coming up, so it might be a smart idea to head over to the Italian People's Bakery and get a nice little spread on Sunday.
Our Italian People's Bakery player of the game will get a certificate for a hoagie. And if it's a Steinert player, I got to ask them why there's a tennis racket in the Steinert dugout. I've never seen a tennis racket. One of the assistant coaches, maybe Red Birch knows.
You wonder if maybe that's a superstition thing, because one of the coaches kind of just holding it there almost like a bat.
Whatever works.
Jake Pope digs in with the bases loaded, 1 out, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch have loaded up the bases, and now Batista has fallen behind to Pope, 2 balls and no strikes. Pope walked back in the first inning and came around to score on the throwing error by Batista with Braden Nitty at the plate. And the 2-0 pitch to him here is taken on the outside corner, 2-1.
Dimensions here, Jordan, at the Hun School of Princeton. Not a lot of room behind home plate, and there's a brick wall right there. So if a ball has the right ricochet, it might be difficult to advance even on a pass ball wild pitch from third base.
Yeah, we kind of saw that earlier in this game as a ball bounced off that brick wall and went all the way back to Batista. The pitch here is swung on right to first base. They come home for 1, and that's all they'll get. But a heads-up play there by Saker out at first base to come home with it, and now Hun can see their way out of this without allowing a run. Braden Nitty digs in with the bases loaded and 2 away. We'll mark that one down, 3-2 on the putout. And the first pitch coming here to Nitty hits him right off the helmet. Fortunately, he looks okay. Going to force in another run. Second hit by pitch of the inning, and it's 4-0 Spartans. And it looks like they're going to go check on Nitty maybe just to make sure he's okay, but didn't look really any worse for wear after getting hit right on the side of the helmet.
I mean, he kind of had it graze off. It almost looked like he was
Now batting number 19.
he was shooting towards the soccer net or something, like redirected it right back to the backstop and headed to first base.
Now already a 1 run in after scoring 3 runs in the first inning, and Jack Gill digs in. He had an RBI ground out last inning. And the 1-0 pitch coming to him is taken just off the plate, 2-0. The command just really isn't there right now for Batista.
And you can see just his body language, I think, indicates his frustration right now, walking around.
Yeah, he still hasn't allowed a hit, but 4 runs home for Steinert. And you know, obviously, tournament play, it's not how you win, it's if you win, as that one's fouled over the stands and into the trees. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Pretty good deal here at the Hun School. Everybody sits along this big hill along the third baseline.
Yeah, get a great view from up there of this beautiful facility and get to take in some Mercer County Tournament action. Again, the winner of this game will meet the winner of Notre Dame and Robbinsville. That's the 1-8 matchup, as the 2-1 pitch here is taken low. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Gill.
And again, same deal with Batista, walking or taking his time, even takes the mid off. He's trying to clear out the bad stuff and bring in the good stuff.
Yeah, and you wonder if, I mean, that's obviously not how you want to be pitching, is that's in your head. Baseball, not really a thinking man's game, is the 3-1. Gill kind of bails him out. He swung at ball 4 now, and it's a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Runners will be off here. Batista toes the rubber. Gill is ready. And the 3-2 pitch is cracked in the air out towards left field. Heading over on it is Francis. It's going to drop and bounce right by Francis. 2 runs are going to score. A 3rd runner coming around. He's going to score. It's 7-0. Steinert's opened it up here early. A little bit of a misplay out in left field by Francis allows Condurso, Finaccio, and Nitty all to score. That'll be the first hit of the game for the Spartans, and that might be it for Batista. Let's see if Tom Monfiletto takes the ball from him. He does. So we're going to have a pitching change. Just not Charles Batista's day. That ERA that he came in of 2.29 definitely going to be elevated in this one. And new pitcher now for the Hun School. We'll try to get a name on that.
And with a pitching change, we'll let you know if your child wants to learn from professionals. I'm talking to the parents out there, and you want to learn from baseball pros, then the Alumni Baseball Camp is a perfect fit. Headed by Hun baseball coach Tom Monfiletto and a staff of knowledgeable Hun baseball alumni and friends, and held on a beautiful campus at Hun School and great facilities. We're experiencing that this afternoon for this opening round Mercer County Tournament game. And your child's going to learn the comprehensive skills of baseball, competition, and sportsmanship. And there's a 3-to-1 player-coach ratio, so they get a lot of individualized instruction, fundamental skill stations, daily awards, including a Camp World Series, and lunch is also included. Oh, lunch is included.
It's always an extra bonus.
More info, you can check out their website, alumnibaseballcamp.com, alumnibaseballcamp.com, the premier baseball camp in Mercer and Bucks County. Check it out, alumnibaseballcamp.com. And thanks also to the Hamilton Township Division of Health, offering a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. You can learn more at hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton.
Well, the new pitcher for the Hun Raiders is number 1, Lucas Henderson, who comes in with a 1.91 ERA in 18 1/3 innings pitched, he struck out 21 while only walking 9, giving up 17 hits and 5 earned runs. And he's going to have to deal with Ryan Everett with a runner on second, 4 more runs home in this inning for Steinert. It's now a 7-0 ball game. And looks like we're going to have a meeting at home plate here with Steinert's coach, Brian Gialella. And it looks like he's maybe going to get something settled with one of the lineups.
You're right. This isn't a pinch hitter, right? It's no.
No, still Ryan Everett,
Yeah.
the 5-hole hitter.
Maybe checking something on the Hun lineup card there.
It might have been because Charles Batista was also batting for himself in this game, what they're going to do in terms of him at the plate. As this one's popped up back near us, off with the mask is Deacon Bown, and he makes the catch. So Henderson comes in and only has to throw 1 pitch as we'll head to the bottom of the second, and it's time to let you know about our adoptable pets of the game. If you're looking for a loving pet to add to your family, consider visiting the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter at 2100 Sylvan Avenue. Let's meet today's adoptable pets of the game. First up is our dog, Sheba. Sheba is a 4-year-old sprayed female. Sheba is an energetic, playful gal, ready for fun and games. She is exuberant and high energy and will benefit from an active family that can take her on hikes and excursions that will sap some of her energy. She's instantly friendly when greeting new people, jumping up for attention and pets. She would benefit from some training so that she knows how to greet people more politely. Sheba seems social and curious about other dogs, but also snarky and easily frustrated. She may be able to have dog friends if introduced properly, with gradual introductions with low-key playmates. She would be best as the only dog in the household. And our cat today is Lilith. Lilith is a young, sweet, petite, curious kitty who is looking for a quiet home where she can feel secure and happy. She's lived with other kitties in her previous home, but really prefers to be a single kitty. She'll make a happy little housemate for a lucky adopter. The Hamilton Township Animal Shelter is open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Thursdays until 7 p.m., and closed on Sundays. View more of their adoptable pets and learn about volunteer and foster programs at hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter.
Yeah, that dog sounded a little bit like me. I need some more help in learning how to greet people politely, and I'm easily frustrated. So maybe there's a match there.
Easily frustrated, the Sixers game not really
Oh, my gosh.
go the great way at the Ermer household last night.
Talk about frustration. Hearing Jolly and the Loon break down the game almost sent me through the roof. Paul Jolovitz and Bill Werndell do a show on Fridays on WBCB called Jolly and the Loon from 1 to 2. They talk all things Philly sports, and they were just crushing the Sixers and Embiid. I'm like, man, we got Game 7.
But yeah, you still got to keep the positive vibes going. This has to turn at some point, right, Chris?
Trust
Still got a
the
chance
process.
to close this out.
Trust it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm keeping the optimism going.
I'll tell you what, our partner back at Pennsbury, Ben Goldstein, who does our stats, I wonder how he's feeling today because he's been up and down on this team. As Charles Batista, who will continue to bat for himself, digs in for the first time today. And that one looked like it grazed him just off the hand, and Batista is aboard.
Now batting number 6, Tyler Tucker.
And that's what Hun needs. Obviously, still a lot of time in this game, and base runners are key right now. So a hit by pitch puts Batista on first for Tyler Tucker.
And talking about keeping your optimism going, not for the Sixers, but for today's game and the Hun school, you kind of need something to start going right in this inning so you can keep a feeling of optimism, a feeling, you get down 7-0, you start to feel like things are starting to get a little away from you.
Yeah, still a lot of time, though, and this Hun team just needs to go up there, put together some good at-bats, and obviously this is a Hun team that just scored 18 runs earlier in the week at Petty, so they could strike for a lot in a short amount of time as Batista's off and running. He got a great jump. The throw, there will be no throw as it was bobbled behind the plate by Condurso, and Batista ends up at second.
Condurso just didn't seem like he could pull that one out of his glove in time. Had a little double clutch, and that's enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he really would have had a chance anyways, but like you said, just couldn't get it out of the glove, and after that, absolutely no chance. And that pitch is taken, I guess, just a bit high. It's 3-0. Now a chance for Tucker to work a walk and get Hun business here with the potential for 2 runners on with nobody out. Loretti's 3-0 is inside ball 4. So now back-to-back base runners for the Raiders. That's going to bring Deacon Bound, the catcher, to the plate. And you wonder if maybe Loretti had to sit for a while in that last inning. It's always tough, even if your team puts up a crooked number, to sit for a while and come back out. And he's going to get a meeting at the mound by Brian Giolella.
Yeah, and Coach Giolello there, as he comes out of the dugout, he waves off the rest of the infield and kind of says, I just want to talk with Loretti. You guys can stay where you're at. This isn't a team meeting. This is just some words of encouragement, I think, for a guy who's staked to a 7-run lead.
Yeah, Giolella, I guess. I mean, you got to figure that was part of the conversation. You're up 7-0. Just got to go out there and pound the strike zone. You'd rather make Hun earn their opportunities to get on base than just giving them free passes.
No question. And Batista, with his troubles on the mound, now in scoring position for the Hun school.
Yeah,
and that's how you kind of want something good to go, something to go in his direction at this point in the game. I'm not rooting for either team, but tough when you get the start, it doesn't go your way. Now you're out there on the bases, and maybe you can plate the first run of the day for your team.
Yeah, chance to be that first one driven in, and Saker shows bunt, takes a strike, and now the throw goes to second, and Batista was just hanging off of the second base bag, but he's able to take third as there was just no chance on that play. Maybe Condurso should have either run at him or thrown the ball to third, and now corners with nobody out. The pitch was called a strike. So 0-1 here to Deacon Bound. And now a prime opportunity to at least get on the board for the Raiders. And the 0-1 pitch coming here after a throw over, and back safely is Tucker. Another throw over, and Tucker wasn't more than 2 or 3 steps off the bag, as I think he was still kind of just taking his lead as Loretti tried to pick him off. 0-1 count here to Bound, and the pitch to him is looped out towards left field. It's going to drop. Batista's going to come in to score. Up to second base goes Tyler Tucker, and the Raiders are on the board at 7-1.
Yeah, and Batista gets that first run.
So 7-1, 2 on, nobody out. Hun, we mentioned, they can strike for a lot of runs in a small amount of time, and they've utilized big innings to their advantage all season. And after Steinert put up 4 in their half of the second, perhaps Hun's got that on their mind as well. So Jack Saker, the batter, he's got runners on first and second, still nobody out. 7-1 ball game here in the opening round of the Mercer County Tournament. First pitch to Saker is taken on the inside corner for strike 1.
That is where you really need Loretti. Just focus on the batter. Don't worry about all the other stuff going around you.
You still got that 6-run lead. That one right up near the face of Saker. Kind of buzzed the tower a little bit. And it's a ball and a strike. Loretti's already hit 1 batter in this inning. As the 1-1 pitch is looped out towards the left center field gap, it's going to drop for a hit. Rounding third and heading home is Tucker. The throw comes into second. Tucker is going to slide in safely. It's 7-2, and back-to-back hits have the Raiders' offense flowing.
Now batting number 4, Trey Francis.
So now the 9-hole hitter, Trey Francis, just going to look to keep this train moving. It's a 7-2 ball game. Still nobody out here in the second. Deacon Bound on second. Jack Saker over at first base. Francis had a couple of RBIs in that 18-5 win over Petty on Tuesday, and he squares here as Loretti turns and fakes a throw back to second. Francis going to look to advance the runners here as he pulls back. Runners are going and no chances. In on the grass at third was Ryan Tash. And now Francis is going to get the opportunity to swing freely with 2 on in scoring position. Pitch was called a strike, so 0-1.
That's some good strategery there. Show the bunt, have the runners go, and nobody's covering third base.
Yeah, great heads-up play by the base runners and a good coaching decision by Tom Monfiletto as this one's fouled back over the press box. And it's 0-2. Got to figure still up by 5 that just getting 1 out up on the board for Loretti would be a nice little boost for his confidence, as he looks like he's kind of come out in the second, obviously struggling a bit. And
yeah, it would be a sigh of relief for all the Steinert fans.
Yeah, trying to limit the damage is Loretti out there. He's got Francis in an 0-2 hole. And he gets him to chase a slider in the dirt. And Francis was called out, so I guess the ball never made contact with the ground. And 1 away. I thought that ball might have hit the dirt, and I think that's the argument that Hun is making.
Now batting number 5, Nico Amacangelo.
You can't go back and look at that, and Tom Monfiletto not happy about the call.
And I think what Coach Monfiletto was asking the home plate umpire is just to see if he would consult with the base umpire, but he was turned away, and I think the response was, I saw that clearly.
It definitely sounded like it might have hit the ground, but again, nothing you can do about it now. And a big strikeout for Loretti has the runners at second and third with 1 out. And it'll turn the lineup over for Nico Amacangelo.
Definitely some dirt kicked up.
First pitch is outside, 1-0. Yeah, I thought from our vantage point, Chris, that ball hit the ground and there should have been a throw to first needed, but
I couldn't see it that clearly. I thought maybe it was the ball, maybe it was the glove.
The 1-0 to Amacangelo is taken for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. Amacangelo flied out to Braden Nitty in center field his first time up. Right now looking to drive in a couple of runs. And he takes a good slider on the outside corner, 1-2. One-two pitch. Chop towards third. Bounds coming home. The ball is bobbled, and now the only play is to first. They're able to get Amacangelo, so a great job of sticking with it out there at third base by Ryan Tash. But Deacon Bound comes in to score, and it's now a 7-3 ball game as Hun has answered a 4-run inning by Steinert with 3 of their own and still a runner 90 feet away. William Kramer, the batter, looking to drive in another run. Runner on third, 2 outs, 7-3 ball game. And the first pitch coming from Loretti is taken for a strike at the knees, 1-0.
Well, that's some good action there. I thought that one might have been a little low and away, but that's a good spot for Loretti.
He's kind of been able to dot that outside corner pretty consistently as this one's grounded out to short. Tough hop out there by Gill, and the throw is low. It's going to allow another run to score. neither team playing really great defense so far today, and it's 7-4.
Now batting number 11, Mike Jolly.
Yeah, that's kind of an understatement. I mean, feels like there's been a ton of errors already in the early going.
Yeah, well, that's all.
I mean, plays that look like they were easy.
Yeah, it's already the second error of the day for Steinert as Kramer's back on the throw, and Hun has committed
They must be guilty
2 errors of themselves.
2. I would have guessed 3.
Yeah, it hasn't been clean out there. We kind of talked about it a little earlier on about how you need your defense to be set and, playing well, because these are just two teams that you don't want to give extra outs to. And you can kind of see the result of what happens when you're not able to play clean defense. Well, the next batter here is Michael Jolly.
And a couple of teams with some decent contact hitters, Jordan. So you're going to get the ball put in play. You don't get a lot of empty at-bats from either team. And
yeah, a lot of averages north of 300 and even 400 on both of these teams. Runners going, pitches taken outside. The throw down to second is in time. What a throw by Condurso to end the inning. 4 runs do score, and Hun able to get back into this game 7-4. We'll take a break and be right back with some more Mercer County Tournament action on the WBCB Sports Network.
This is Angelo Honor, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
don't forget, if you missed any of the action here on WBCB today, you can read about the game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian or online. Check out their webpage, Trentonian.com. And since 1899, proud to be part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it most. Their caring, dedicated, compassionate staff always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Check out their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor today's game, and they hope you're enjoying the action on WBCB.
Well, there's certainly been a lot of action so far in this game. 7-4 as we head to the third. It's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters here for Steinert. That is Jack Lambert, Danny Mayer, and Ryan Tash. And Lucas Henderson, who was able to retire Everett on 1 pitch in relief in the second, comes back out here in the third.
Number 21, Jack.
Lambert takes the ball low. It's 1-0. So Steinert surrendered 4 runs after scoring 4 runs in the second. And something tells me, Chris, that the offense is nowhere near finished in this one, as that one's lined down the right field line. It's a foul ball, just foul, as the base umpire was right on that one.
One thing that seems like kind of a futile endeavor, trying to predict what's going to happen in a baseball game.
Yeah, you come to the ballpark, you never know what you're going to see. And
even all the offense in these first couple of innings and how there's been some errors, that doesn't mean that's going to continue today.
This one's flared out towards right, and it's going to stay on the infield, and an easy play for Amicangelo out there at second and a quick first out. So there you go, as Henderson's able to pick up the first out quickly after Hun gave up 4 runs in the second, 3 in the first, and they're able to get a first batter out, and now Danny Mayer comes to the plate.
15, Joe.
First pitch to Mayer is up high. It's 1-0. Mayer grounded to short last inning, now taps one back to Henderson off the mound and fires it over to first, maybe a little more calmly than Batista had, and he's able to pick up a quick second out now, and Ryan Tash is going to come to the plate, and Hun looking to put up their first 0 of the game.
Now batting number 10, Ryan.
Ryan Tash walked last inning and came around to score, and he squares and pulls it back and takes strike one.
Ryan Tash going to Rowan University in the fall. And he's looking to get into law enforcement as well.
He tried to call time there and didn't get it and takes a strike at the knees. It's 0-2, so now Lucas Henderson working quickly and looking to put up a quick top of the third as this one's grounded out towards shortstop. Kramer charging, a couple of pump fakes and throws him out. So a 1-2-3 inning, the first of the day for either squad. We'll head to the bottom of the third and a good shutdown inning by Hun. And now it's time to let you know that today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We are proud to support you, and this message is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Well, HTSD pop-up schoolhouse events are happening in August. On August 9th at Yardville Heights Elementary, August 15th at Sunnybray Elementary, and August 23rd at Kistart Elementary. The event will be from 3 to 5 p.m. August 29th at Cuser Elementary will be from 4 to 6. You can meet teachers and staff, learn about community resources, and more. HTSD Summer Camp 2023 registration is open. Summer camps are offered to Hamilton Township residents entering grades K through 12. Visit htsdnj.org to register. HTSD Tech Night is on May 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Crockett Middle School. The event will feature a showcase of the technology of the Hamilton Township schools. Admission is free and you can pre-register at htsdnj.org. And the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936.
You know, here at WBCB, we do games both in PA and Jersey. A lot of Bucks County action, a lot of Mercer County action. And Jordan, I think you have given yourself away as a Bucks County boy because the Couser Elementary, and it's Couser Road that Steinert is on. And so when I think it might be Steinert and Hamilton or something that are both on Couser Road, and then it's the Battle of Couser Road or something like that, but Kuser, right? That was the
I apologize to Couser Elementary for pronouncing them Couser, as Jolly takes a first pitch over his head. It's 1-0 and takes this one low, and he's quickly ahead in the count now. Michael Jolly reached on an error by the right fielder Ryan Everett back in the first, as his team was able to put up a good shutdown inning, and now looking to strike for more as that ball's blasted deep out towards left field. Finaccio going back, and that one is gone. The 5th home run of the year for Michael Jolly has pulled the Hun Raiders to within 2.
Wow, what a shot by Jolly. You went through his offensive statistics in his first at-bat, and that just adds to the great season that he has had for the Hun School of Princeton.
Well, he's able to pick up where the Raiders left off in the second inning, and it's now 7-5.
Fortunately for the Spartans, it's just a solo shot.
Yeah, solo homers definitely won't kill you, but you got to be able to limit the damage now, as the Raiders have kind of seized momentum, and Michael Chiravallo digs in and pops one up, way up there. Charging in on it is Nitty, and settling under it is the second baseman, Jack Pope. He makes the catch, and a good job by Loretti to settle in and get the first out after giving up that homer.
Now batting number 12, Charles Batista.
You know, it's fun doing what we do, right? Again, games in Pennsylvania and Jersey. But it is a little bit of a stretch because there's slightly different regulations and rules in PIAA and NJSIAA, and then a whole different set of teams that play each other.
Yeah, it's just great to see all the action on both sides of the Delaware because there's been some great action over in Pennsylvania and certainly here in the Garden State as well. And we're kind of getting that case in point right here as Charles Batista digs in quickly in an 0-1 hole and fouls that one off, and it's 0-2.
Saturday, we're going to be at the Trenton Thunder Stadium, Hopewell Valley, and Pennsbury High School.
So crossover.
Yeah, Team PA, Team Jersey get together.
That game is the makeup game from April 29th. It's senior recognition night for the Pennsbury Falcons. And I've seen this Hopewell Valley team. I mean, Pennsbury, they're really good, but I'll tell you what, Hopewell Valley, they're one of the top teams in the CVC, and they've been having an excellent season as the 0-2 to Gill is bounced in front of the plate. It's 1-2.
Well, Coach Harrison learned everything he knows from Pennsbury when he was a Falcon.
Yeah, so Charles Batista digs in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 run already in the inning, and takes a pitch just off the plate. Good eye. Condurso tried to bring that one back with the frame. Could not, and now the count is even. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And a little dribbler foul. Batista just making contact with that to stay alive. You know, Chris, that home run by Michael Jolly, it was my first ever home run call, and I got to say it felt pretty fun to be able to kind of get that out of the way.
Yeah, this year I finally retired the one home run call I was doing.
2-2 pitch, a shot foul. It remains 2-2.
Which I think I held on to a little bit too long. John Brazier, like a few years ago, did one where he said, "Grandma, hide the cookie jar," because someone has just taken one. I forget who hit the home run, but he said, because they've just taken one out of the cookie jar.
Definitely a lot of great home run calls out there as Batista is down looking for the second out of this inning, second backwards K of the day for Loretti.
And for whatever reason, I held on to that call for a few years, and now I've given up on that one. This year, though, he had another gem. It was buy that ball in Uber because it just got hammered. That's pretty good stuff.
Maybe make a
get that ball in Uber because it was hammered.
Recommendation. How about get that ball in Uber because it's going for a ride?
All right.
Put a little twist on that one as it's no balls and 1 strike here to Tyler Tucker, who walked and came around to score in the second. And he lines this one foul just over the safety netting and out of play. It's 0-2.
There was another one he did that was really didn't make any sense. Put that ball to bed without a diaper, or so, it was something like that. And people say, well, why would you put the baby to bed without a diaper? That ball's out of here.
0-2 pitch is just outside, 1-2. John Brazier, the director of fun and games, definitely full of some fun calls for the Phillies.
Well, he does a thing down in spring training. WBCB, we're one of the spots on the radio dial. You can catch all the Phillies, part of the Phillies radio network. And so we get a game where he's down there at spring training, and he calls all the play-by-play for us.
Definitely got to be a fun experience down there, listening to some John Brazier while the Phillies get set for their season to begin down in Clearwater. The 1-2 pitch coming here is inside, just under the hands of Tucker, and it's 2-2. Loretti, who allowed the home run to Jolly to lead off the inning, has gotten the next 2 batters out. And now this one's lined out towards center field. Nitty on the run, still going back, makes the catch. A nice play by Braden Nitty to end the inning. Hun strikes for 1 more. It's 7-5. We'll go to the 4th on the WBCB Sports Network.
Fly a rocket, save the tigers, hike the mountains of Peru. There is nothing we can't do when we read. April is School Library Month. School libraries are magical places where students fall in love with reading and learning. NJEA members honor the important role that school librarians play in cultivating creativity and supporting student success. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because we prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message is sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and this radio station.
Parents, if you want your child to learn from professionals of baseball, then the Alumni Baseball Camp is a perfect fit. Headed by Hun baseball coach Tom Monfrelletto and a staff of knowledgeable Hun baseball alumni and friends, and held on a beautiful campus at the Hun School, this camp is open to boys and girls from ages 8 to rising 9th graders. 2 sessions, July 24th through the 28th, and July 31st through August 4th. Your child will learn the comprehensive skills of baseball, competition, and sportsmanship. There's a 3-to-1 player-to-coach ratio, fundamental skill stations, and daily awards, including a Camp World Series. Lunch is also included. For more information, visit their website at alumnibaseballcamp.com. That's alumnibaseballcamp.com. This is the premier baseball camp in Mercer and Bucks County. As Lucas Henderson toes the rubber here in the 4th, he was able to put up the first 1-2-3 inning for either squad back in the 3rd, and looking to put up another shutdown inning as the Raiders have pulled to within 2. After trailing 7-0, it's now 7-5, and Andrew Condurso will dig in. It's going to be 9-1-2 for Steinert as they look to answer. Condurso was hit by a pitch in his last time up, and he's first pitch swinging, flares one out towards right center. Into the alley goes Chiravallo, and he makes the play, and a quick first out put up on the board by Henderson.
Now batting number 12, Christian.
We looked at the defensive issues Hun had in the first inning or so. They've tightened it up, and
yeah, they've done a great job behind Henderson so far in this one. Chiravallo just easily ranging into the alley to make that play and looked real calm out there in the outfield. I know the outfielders haven't really been too much to blame for the Raiders in terms of the errors, but got to get defense from everywhere out there on the field. As Henderson has fallen behind the leadoff hitter, Christian Finaccio. It is 2 balls and no strikes. And Finaccio fouls this one back into the trees. It's 2-1.
Brought up the dimensions a little bit ago, Jordan. Not a lot of room behind home plate, but I mean, there looks like there is a ton of room in the outfield here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of space to roam for these outfielders. There's another one fouled almost into the exact same spot, and it's 2-2. So a good job by Henderson to be able to force a couple foul balls, get right back into this count, even now. And the 2-2 pitch is low and away, 3-2. And another full count. That's kind of been a theme so far for both teams, working the count and being able to get on base, whether it be via the walk or just, making these pitchers a little bit more predictable with the full count. The 3-2 is upstairs, ball 4, so right on cue, Finaccio draws a walk. And that'll bring Jake Pope to the plate.
Now batting number 9, Jake.
Boy, this one does have a feel that it's might come down to the last team that's at bat today.
Yeah, definitely, with both offenses just being as good as they've been. That was already the 4th walk of the day for Steinert, so they've seen a lot of pitches, and again, we mentioned that could only help your offense. Jake Pope, who grounded into a fielder's choice last time up, runners going, and fortunately for Finaccio, that throw is offline because he kind of stopped and realized he would have had no chance if the throw was online, and he's able to pull into second after Steinert gets away with one there, and they've got a runner on second, 1 out, and it looks like Tom Monfrelletto is going to head out to the mound.
Yeah, he headed out to the mound. He's not looking too happy with that last play. like you said, they had the runner with a decent throw, and maybe even if they could have recognized that Finaccio had stopped, but the throw kind of pulled the defender well to the right of the bag.
Yeah, just no chance to make any sort of play. And
you know, that runner in scoring position, I mean, that's a huge insurance run for Steinert. And so maybe, you know, Tom, that brings the coach out of the dugout to say, you know, we got to keep it right here.
Yeah, and Henderson's done a good job so far of that and allowing this Hun team to get back into this game. It's 1 ball and no strikes here to Pope, and he takes one low, 2-0. We're now scoreboard up here with 2 balls and no strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. Pope was up with the bases loaded in the second inning, ended up chopping one right to Saker at first, who came home with the throw to get an out. So you know Pope would like nothing more but to drive that runner in as the 2-0 is taken for a strike at the knees, 2-1.
Big lead at second.
Yeah, you got to wonder if maybe Finaccio will be looking to steal another bag. 2-1, he dances off second, doesn't go, pitches line down the left field line, foul, and that evens the count. Pope, who went 1 for 3 with a double in Steinert's win over Allentown on Wednesday, faces a 2-2 count here with 1 out, and the pitch is lined out towards shortstop, picked on a hop by Kramer. Throw is high, but Saker able to come down on the bag in time, and a big-time defensive play at short and at first base puts up the second out of the inning. It advances Finaccio 90 feet to third base for Braden Nitti.
Yeah, Coach Giolella was looking maybe for an appeal, have the home plate umpire help out, and the base umpire said, I got it. Saw it clearly, came down on the bag, and felt like he had that one in hand.
Yeah, certainly looked from here that Saker was just able to get his foot down in time. So we're runner on third, 2 out, 7-5 ball game. Steinert looking to score for the first time since the second inning, and the first pitch to Nitti is a curveball taken for a strike.
That's a good spot. Up and in with the breaking pitch. Nothing Nitti could do about that.
Yeah, Nitti kind of buckled his knees a little bit as that ball coming out of the hands looked like it's going to hit you and breaks back over the plate, and now a good job of mixing speeds. Nitti way late on the fastball. It's 0-2.
Mixing speeds and locations, Jordan, because the first one was well in. That one's off the plate.
Yeah, now if you're Nitti, you don't really know what's coming here. No balls, 2 strikes. Henderson looking to strand a runner at third. Just off the plate. Good eye by Nitti. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. That one did hit the dirt, so the throw down to first will retire the side. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th, 7-5 Steinert, and we'll take a break on the WBCB Sports Network. Be back with more action after this.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your company healthy, or you and your community healthy. It is important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, a COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The Division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the Division offers free routine vaccinations for children. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at the Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. That's hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. As we welcome you back here to a 7-5 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth, Hun, who trailed 7-0 at one point, is able to score some runs in each of the last two innings, and now it's going to be Deacon Bound to lead it off. 7-8-9 due up against Loretti, and the first pitch to Bound is taken for a strike. It's 0-1.
We mentioned Loretti had an under 2 ERA for the varsity last spring. Also had an ERA right around 3, 18 strikeouts for Hamilton post 31 in Legion Ball.
He's been a great pitcher just wherever he goes, and it's been a little bit of a struggle. Of course, his defense hasn't helped him out all that much in this one. But you got to believe that that's in there, and he'll settle in at some point. It's no balls and 2 strikes to Bound, and he delivers one lowest, 1-2.
Who knows what this summer is going to bring. I mentioned Sunnybray Little League earlier in the broadcast, and usually we pick up some Little League, some Babe Ruth, some Legion Ball.
1-2 is chopped towards third. It's a fair ball down the line. Bound takes the turn at first. He's going to put the brakes on there. It's a great job to play that by Finaccio in left field. Will hold Deacon Bound to a leadoff single.
Number 29, Jack Baker.
But again, base runners for the Hun School of Princeton.
Yeah, that's what they've needed so far. They've been able to get back into this game, and that brings the tying run to the plate now with nobody out here in the fourth. Jack Saker, the batter, he singled and scored back in the second inning.
Feels like it was just moments ago. It was a 7-0 Steinert lead.
Yeah, throw over there, not in time, but you got to give credit to Hun not giving up, and they've been able to battle back quickly. Still a lot of time to go in this game, and you got to figure that they're looking to take the lead right here in this inning, looking to keep the momentum rolling.
Yeah, still a lot of baseball to be played, but you got the tying run at the plate, no outs.
And you know that Saker would like nothing better to at least advance this runner and maybe put the Raiders in line for another big inning. He takes a strike here. It's 1-1. Loretti working quickly. Bound takes his lead at first. Throw over, and Bound is back standing.
So Hun and Stony Brook tomorrow. I was looking at the weather forecast. Doesn't look like it's going to be a great day for a ball game.
No, yeah, definitely some weather coming in early. Runner goes, pitch is taken high. The throw down to second, not in time. And another runner in scoring position for the Raiders as Bound advances on the stolen base. Yeah, the weather tomorrow, definitely I saw some maybe spotty showers in the morning and then early afternoon, and hoping that clears up for some of the games going on around Mercer and Bucks County later, as a 3-1 is taken for a strike, 3-2.
And I don't know if there's a lot of later games. You know, most of it's afternoon stuff, so that's going to be difficult. I think looks like it could be doable for Hopewell Valley Pennsbury.
Count's actually 2-2 as that ball's ripped out towards left center field. Nitty on the run. He's not going to get there. It's going to one hop up and over the wall. A ground rule double for Jack Saker has brought the Raiders to within 1 and has put the tying run out at second with nobody out.
They just keep coming. You were right. You said, I don't think the offense is going to be stop here. Unfortunately for Steinert, it's been all Hun now as they get back in it.
Yeah, and a lot of production so far from the bottom of this Hun order. The 7, 8, 9 hitters are currently 4 for 5 with 3 runs scored as Trey Francis, the 9-hole hitter, digs in. And we mentioned it earlier just how important it is to get production up and down the lineup. That's something that both of these teams excel at. And right now, it's really paying dividends for the Raiders. 7-6 ball game, nobody out, bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch to Francis is high, 1-0. Saker takes his lead at second. He represents the tying run. Francis fouls that one off his body. It'll be a ball and a strike.
That should be 2 foul balls. It was double contact.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of came up and, I'm not sure, maybe hit him in the shoulder. Counts for 1, though. 1 ball, 1 strike. Loretti looking to settle in and get a big first out. That one's grounded foul down the third base line. It's 1-2. Trey Francis, who struck out swinging back in the second inning with 2 in scoring position, calls time here. Perhaps wasn't ready, and Francis looking to maybe make up for that strikeout back in the second. Got a chance to drive in a run here, turn the lineup over. In a 7-6 ball game, Francis digs in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Loretti is line foul, and Francis stays alive. Loretti gets the sign, looking to get a big first out. The 1-2 coming to Francis. Just a bit inside, tried to bring that curveball back over the plate and just missed hitting the the inside corner, and the count is even.
Strikeout would be huge here with nobody out yet.
A chance to leave that runner on second. Runner goes. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw to third, not in time. And now the tying run is 90 feet. And a full count to Francis, and got to believe he's probably getting a fastball here. Top of the order, due up.
Great lead, great jump, great read on that situation to earn that stolen base.
Yeah, Hunt has done a great job on the base paths all game. Infield in, the 3-2 pitch is lined out towards left field. It's going to drop for a hit. The game is going to be tied. Francis takes a turnaround first. He's digging for 2. The throw from left field, not in time. It's 7-7. They've come all the way back. Trey Francis, RBI double, and just more production from the bottom of this Hun order. Back-to-back doubles now have this game tied 7-7, and now that the Raiders have put up their seventh run of the game, I think it's a great time to mention this stat that Hun, it's been lucky sevens this year. When they score 7 or more runs, they're 11-1. When they score less than 7 runs, just 2 and 4, and they've hit that 7 mark now as Brian Giolella out on the mound, and it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher.
Yep. Loretti with a great start and had a 7-run advantage, but the Hun school, you talk about doing a job, not giving up on any at-bats. They fight all the way back in this one to even the score at 7. And a reliever out there now for the Spartans.
Yeah, first out of the pen is going to be Aiden Chulamanis. Comes in with an ERA of 7, and in 7 innings, he's given up 7 earned runs, walked 7, and struck out 8. He's given up 6 hits to go along with that, and he's called into a big spot here in the 4th.
And with a pitching change, it gives us time to let you know that today's game is brought to you in part by Saul Funeral Home. Since 1899, proud to be part of your greater Hamilton Township community, Saul Funeral Home, a 4th-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve and also celebrate the unique life of your loved one. Visit them on the web at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor today's game, and they hope you're enjoying the action. And if you like back and forth action, you like a team to come from behind and even the score, then you got to be enjoying today's game as we're even at 7.
Yeah, this has definitely been a game for those of you out there that like to see a lot of runs scored. 7-7, bottom of the 4th, and now the top of the lineup coming up with still nobody out. Aiden Chulamanis, the new pitcher, runner on second, just to reset it for you. And Chulamanis is going to get a word here from his catcher, Andrew Condurso, maybe just a quick scouting report.
Maybe not the best game if you like really accurate throwing.
No, yeah, for people who like defense and good pitchers duels, this has not really been the game for you, but
the throws in the infield have been wild. I mean, they've been high, low, few errors, but even the ones where they've recorded the out, they've pulled the first baseman up high or to the side.
Yeah, and both teams have done a great job of taking advantage of those, and it's a good thing that Chulamanis did not let that one go.
There was nobody home.
Yeah, the shortstop there, Gill, kind of vacated second base, and Francis able to just walk his way back after doubling to tie the game before the pitching change. That runner on second, Loretti, is still responsible for him, and the first pitch here to Amicangelo is taken for a strike.
Nobody out yet. I don't want to give up an at-bat, but moving that runner to third with nobody, with only one out.
Yeah, and Hunt has shown that they are willing to play the small ball game, although Amicangelo lines this one out towards center field on the run as Nitti makes the grab. Francis tagging. The throw is cut off and fired down to third, not in time. And with one out now, and Trey Francis represents the go-ahead run for William Kramer.
Well, you don't need a sacrifice bunt. You can get it with a sacrifice fly.
Yeah.
Get that runner over.
Not necessarily small ball, but still a great job of advancing the runner by Amicangelo, and now gives his teammate Kramer a chance to drive him in. Defense, the infield drawn in here for the Spartans, and the first pitch is high, 1-0. Check swing, called strike. And it's 1-1 strike to the Hun shortstop.
Infield pulled in here, Jordan, trying to cut off that run.
You got to figure anything on the ground hit right at one of these infielders, and Francis,
they're coming
will
home.
have to freeze. Yeah, and if he is going on contact, they will be coming home, and that pitch is taken just off the plate and in, 2-1.
What a great game. 7-7 now. I mean, let me shout out the Mercer County Tournament, whether it's basketball or baseball and softball. I love this tournament.
2-1 is chopped right to third. Francis is coming home. There's going to be no play there. The throw goes to first. It's in time. But the Hun Raiders have taken the lead from down 7-0 in the second to now leading at 8-7 here in the fourth. It's been a violent comeback by the Raiders, and they now lead at 8-7 on that ground out by Kramer. So Francis was going on contact there, but the ball chopped a little too high for Tash to make a play, as the first pitch here to Jolly is taken outside, 1-0. He homered back in the third as part of this comeback. 1-0, whoa. Had to duck out of the way of that. Had quite a bit of those today. Balls coming up at some of these guys' upper part of their bodies, and
a couple of Steinert guys got hit.
Yeah, 2-0 pitch is taken on the inside corner, 2-1. So nobody on. Jolly at the plate. The 2-1 is on the inside corner. A couple of good breaking balls has evened the count.
And the home plate umpires, he's been given that inside strike.
They try to come back in there again, and it ends up hitting Jolly in the leg. So a 2-out base runner for Hun will bring Michael Chiravallo to the plate.
You can't come that far inside.
Now batting number
Yeah, I
10,
figure maybe that
Mike
one,
Chiravallo.
just Trulamanis unable to command it, probably trying to dot that inside corner again and just got away from him. So 2 outs, runner on first, already 3 in for Hun in the inning. And the first pitch to Chiravallo is taken for a ball, 1-0. And that throw back to first gets away, so some more poor infield work as up to second base goes Jolly.
Another wacky throw.
And another one from a pitcher. Definitely making some of those first basemen have to run a little bit on both sides. So now Chiravallo with a chance to extend the Hun lead with a base hit now. One-0 is taken for a ball. Good play by Condurso to keep that one in front of him and hold Jolly out there at second. So 2 balls, no strikes. And some words of encouragement now given to Trulamanis by Condurso. Two-0 pitch, delivered high, 3 balls and no strikes, and now, again, open base out there at first. If you're Aiden Trulamanis, you do not have to give in.
You know, I wish we could hear what is said when the catcher goes out there, the manager walks out there to talk to his pitcher, Jordan.
And you got to wonder there's been a lot of mound visits today. 3-0 green light is ripped foul, and just getting out of the way of that was Tom Monfiletto down at third.
I mean, that would be an awesome privilege to know what is being shared there, but it's a private conversation. And, now when you have these ESPN broadcasts that are miking guys up on the field, I don't know, some of that stuff is meant to stay on the field, I think.
Yeah, and I think that obviously the reasoning behind that is Chiravallo takes ball 4. It's just that obviously trying to give the fans just more opportunities to really feel like they're a part of the action. And
I guess so.
Trying to get them more involved, get them to know what's going through these guys' heads.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't imagine it's not distracting to the player. Obviously, they agree to it, and it's a little bit of a fun factor there, but
both runners go. Throw down to third is not in time, and more stolen bases for these Raiders. Pitch was taken for a ball, so it's 1-0 to Charles Batista, who did not have a great day on the mound, but he opened up the scoring by scoring the Raiders' first run in this one back in the second, and now a chance to extend their lead here in the fourth.
Big at-bat here.
1-0 pitch is a high. 2 balls and no strikes as Trulamanis has kind of lost the command a little bit.
I mean, you got an open base. Trulamanis has an open base to certainly don't want to give Bautista anything too juicy.
Tyler Tucker waits on deck. 2-0. Another hit by pitch as that one got Batista off the hand. It's the second time he's been hit on the hand in this game. And now they're loaded up for Tyler Tucker.
Well, I'm glad he had the padding on his elbow, but it didn't hit him? Oh, went off the bat.
He's kind of walking back smiling as if he knew that that ball did not get a piece of him. And so that'll put it back to runners on second and third and 2 outs. It's a 2-1 count, as that pitch was a foul ball off the, I guess, the knob of the bat of Batista.
The Hun dugout kind of suggesting that's a bad decision. You don't want to give this guy a swings.
2-1 is fouled off. He took a big rip at that one and just missed it. And it's 2-2. Big pitch coming now. Chance to get out of this inning, only down by 1 for Steinert. And it's fouled off again. So a good battle coming up here between Batista and Trulamanis. And that one did hit him. So that will be the second hit by pitch for Batista in this game. And the bases are now loaded for Tyler Tucker.
Now batting number 6, Tyler Tucker.
Well, that means I don't have to change my score sheet after I'd written down hit by pitch on the one that went off his bat. And here comes Brian Giolella. He's going to make a pitching change, sensing that he cannot give up any more runs in this one.
Again, want to remind you, tomorrow, WBCB Sports covering the Pennsbury Falcons and the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs at Trenton Thunder Stadium. It's a 7 o'clock first pitch, and we'll have all the action video streamed on YouTube. That's another note we want to make, that for folks who have been with the WBCB Sports Network over the past bunch of years, we're jumping over to a YouTube format, easier to access. And so if you want to find out what's going on, you subscribe there, get notifications for all of our games, and see the WBCB Sports Network on YouTube. You can still see our game notifications come up on Facebook, but if you want to see the action, we're streaming now on YouTube. And, of course, tomorrow's game available on WBCB Sports Network, WBCBsports.com.
Yeah, and those links to YouTube will still be posted on the Facebook page, so you can still check that out to view all of the action coming up here. A lot of tournament play, including, of course, the Mercer County Tournament. We'll have continued coverage of that. And the new pitcher here for Steinert is the junior Andrew Wolak. He's not allowed an earned run so far this season, and in 16 2/3, he's struck out just 4, walked 5, given up 9 hits, 3 runs, none of those earned. And he's on here to try to keep the deficit at 1 with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And he's going to face the third baseman, Tyler Tucker.
Today's game also made possible by the Trentonian. You can read about today's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian, or check out their website and their webpage, Trentonian.com.
So already 3 runs home here in the 4th, and Steinert's new pitcher, Andrew Wolak, is going to look to hold it at just that. Tucker today has walked and singled. He scored a couple of runs out of the 6 hole, and he digs in and takes a first pitch fastball over for a strike. It's 0-1.
Will Steinert going to the guy who hasn't given up an earned run?
Yeah, sensing this is a very big moment in this game, is the 0-1 is a curveball that doesn't come all the way back. It's a ball and a strike. One is taken low. Well, it is Michael Jolly out there at third, Michael Chiravallo around at second, and Charles Batista at first.
I'm glad you got a chance to call Jolly's blast earlier. Jolly with the solo homer today.
Now the 2-1 to his teammate Tyler Tucker is low 3-1, and now Wolak is in danger of walking in the 4th run of this inning.
And definitely disregard all those John Brazier home run calls. And stick with it.
Stick with the classics.
I think you hit it today.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch is fouled off, and full count, bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-run game here in the 4th. And of course, a big pitch coming up now from Andrew Wolak as Tucker is ready in the box. Wolak ready out there on the mound. And the 3-2 is a called strike 3. He paints the inside corner, and Wolak comes in and is able to limit the damage. We'll go to the 5th. 8-7, the Raiders take the lead, and we'll be right back on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
This is Angelo Honor for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Lucas Henderson back out on the mound now with a 1-run lead, as he's done a great job in relief of Charles Batista. Came in the 2nd inning and hasn't allowed any runs to cross since. He's going to face a difficult part of the Steinert lineup. Jack Gill, the 4-hole hitter, Ryan Everett, and Jack Lambert due up here, as Steinert now trailing for the first time in this game after getting out to that 7-0 lead. Raiders have come all the way back, 8-7 now. And the first pitch coming here is taken just off the plate away to Gill, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. That one catches the outside corner, and the count is even 1-1.
Gill, now a junior, was the MVP for the freshman team.
1-1 fouled away over towards the stands, and onto them. It's 1-2. One-two pitch from Henderson is high. And again, the count evens up, this time 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gill, who has grounded out and stolen a base in this game, fouls one off to stay alive, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
After the game, we'll have our Italian People's Bakery player of the game join us for a quick interview. Who's doing that interview, Jordan?
I think right now it's still going to be a toss-up with this game still very much
but is it
in
me
the
or
balance. That pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. I think we could both maybe ask a couple of questions, kind of just spread it around.
Sounds good.
So that is the first strikeout of the day for Henderson, and it'll bring Ryan Everett to the plate. And he takes a first pitch ball just a bit outside, 1-0. Henderson working quickly, delivers a strike to even the count. Lambert, who was struck out and popped up in this game, lines this one out towards left center field. On the run is Chiaravallo, and he makes the grab. 2 outs.
Nice play. Chulamanis almost overran that one. He's so quick, got to the spot, and then he had to kind of take a step back.
Yeah, obviously a lot of room to roam in this outfield, and Chiravallo didn't have to go too far for that ball, and fortunately for him, able to stop just in time and make the grab as the first pitch here to Lambert is low, 1 ball and no strikes. Henderson wants a new baseball, and he'll get that from the home plate umpire. Maybe just didn't like the feel of the old one. See that a lot, obviously, in the pros. Guys switching out baseballs left and right. 1-0 pitch to Lambert is fisted foul and out of play.
Not so much this year with the pitch clock and all the other stuff. You don't see as much baseball switching around.
Yeah, obviously, with the pitchers now having just 15 or 20 seconds, can't stop the game as much.
Got to get right to work.
Henderson's 1-1. He gets the slider to come back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's done a good job of that, just being able to start those breaking balls right at the hips of these batters and able to catch the inside corner with them as he goes to the fastball 1-2 and misses high.
I mean, how Henderson has settled things down for the Hun School. He certainly is a worthy candidate for the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game if things continue in this direction.
He's done a fantastic job of just shutting down the Steinert offense and allowing the Raiders to go to work with the bats. And it's now a full count here to Lambert, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Then the other guy with the bat, and because you got to call Jolly's home run, it wasn't like a go-ahead run, but
still a big one as part of the comeback, as that one's flared out towards second base. Ranging to his left is Amicangelo in a 1-2-3 inning for Henderson. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th in an 8-7 ball game, and it's now time to meet the adoptable pets of the game once again. And if you're looking for a loving pet to add to your family, consider visiting the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter at 2100 Sylvan Avenue. Let's meet today's adoptable pets of the game. First up, our dog is Sheba. Sheba is a 4-year-old spayed female. Sheba is an energetic, playful gal ready for fun and games. She is exuberant and high energy and will benefit from an active family that can take her on hikes and excursions that will sap some of her energy.
well, I think that's like you. Exuberant, high energy, Jordan.
Well, she is also instantly friendly when greeting new people, jumping up for attention and pets. She would benefit from some training so that she learns how to greet people more politely. Sheba seems social and curious about other dogs, but also snarky and easily frustrated, just like Chris.
Oh, yeah, snarky. That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
She may be able to have dog friends if introduced properly with gradual introductions with low-key playmates. She would be best as the only dog. And our cat today is Lilith. Lilith is a young, sweet, petite, curious kitty who is looking for a quiet home. Where's Lilith? Where she can feel secure and happy. She's lived with other kitties in her previous home, but really prefers to be a single kitty. She'll make a happy little housemate for a lucky adopter. The Hamilton Township Animal Shelter is open Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Thursdays until 7 p.m., and closed on Sundays. View more of their adoptable pets and learn about volunteer and foster programs at hamiltonnj.com/animal shelter. And of course, we thank Chris for our sound effects on Lilith, because if you adopt Lilith, that is exactly what you will hear.
bottom line, cats don't get along with other cats. All right, I mean, it's very difficult to like get a new cat into your home. So I think Lilith would be better off as an only cat.
Yeah. Well, I will say I've got 2 cats at home. They're sisters. We adopted them at the same time, and for the first couple of years, everything was good. They were real. I mean, they were just like kind of like how you would expect sisters to be, just like all okay and nice with one another. But
yeah,
more recently, it's been a little bit more difficult for them, I guess, to say the least. We have to separate their food bowls now, actually, because the one cat, Piper, likes to push the other cat, Violet, out of the way. So a shout out to my 2 kitties at home.
Yeah, I actually want to sign my my cat up for one of these HTSD summer camps. I don't know if they're open to felines.
Try to get some more energy, more energetic feline action in the Ermer household.
Summer camps from Hamilton Township residents. We get the cat out of the house. Oh, they're open grades K through 12, and she is still a preschooler, so forget about that.
In a couple more years, though.
Yes. HTSDNJ.com. deaconbound.com for more information about those summer camp offerings.
Well, Deacon Bound due up. He led off the 4th inning with a single and came around to score. And the first pitch to him, Andrew Wolak back out there after picking up a crucial strikeout in the 4th. Delivers one high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Wolak really with that big sweeping movement.
Goes to the heater there and misses inside 2-0. And yeah, when Wolak's able to get into a groove, that curveball breaking pitch is really dancing up there. And good hitters count now moves to 3-0 to Deacon Bound.
The other thing, he's been throwing the breaking pitch, Jordan, but it's been staying up in the zone. It seemed like he hasn't really been able to throw it effectively for a strike.
Yeah, and when the breaking pitches are up in the zone, especially when they're out over the plate, these
Trouble.
hitters, trouble, and they could have a field day. And a 4-pitch walk here to Deacon Bound to start off the 5th.
Looks like they sent a courtesy runner over there to first, number 8.
Well, number 8 for the Hun School is Jackson Bailey. University of Chicago commit on the mound. And that'll bring up Jack Saker, who doubled home Deacon Bound last inning as part of a 3-run 4th for the Raiders.
Another inning where Hun gets their leadoff guy aboard.
The first pitch to Saker is taken at the knees for a strike.
You're keeping the book, Jordan, but it seems like that's happened more than a few times here. And
yeah, quite a bit of leadoff runners on, quite a bit of walks, as that one's off the glove of Lambert, and it's going to allow Bailey to head up to second base. That one, maybe not necessarily the fault of Wolak, but just some more poor infield work in this game.
yeah, not great glove work there, Jordan, but that throw was not exactly where it was supposed to be either. That was a little bit offline, and another one of the many throwing miscues we've seen from both teams.
Runner in scoring position, and this is where the Raiders have really paid it off, as that pitch is taken in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-1 to Saker. He waits the 1-1, asks for time, doesn't get it, and takes low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. I'll tell you what, Chris, if Saker is able to drive in this run here, he might be a leading candidate for our player of the game, as he's currently 2 for 2 with a single, a double, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. He's been a real great part of this Hun lineup that has come all the way back from down 7-0, and he drives this one out towards center field. Nitty's going back at the track, makes the catch. Bailey tags, he'll head for third. And a sacrifice fly for Saker has an insurance run 90 feet away with Trey Francis coming to the plate.
Well, that's not going to earn him a hoagie outright, but with the rest of his accomplishments today and advancing a runner, that's still a pretty good at-bat for the Hun School. And now with only 1 down, you got a chance to get that insurance run, pad that lead a little bit.
Yeah, Francis, who doubled home a run his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with that double and also a strikeout. And again, the Spartans will play the infield in, as the first pitch is off Condurso, but he's able to keep it in front of him just enough to hold Jackson Bailey at third.
Would have been a close play if he took off. He might have been able to.
Yeah, figure, I guess
Get
maybe with 1 out, you play it safe and hold up at third, give Francis an opportunity to drive him in. Ground ball here is off the glove of the third baseman, Ryan Tash, and it's going to allow that runner to come in. So a good job by Bailey to hold up there at third, and he's able to cross the plate on that ball off the bat of Francis. And it again turns the lineup over for Amicangelo.
Well, that's why you don't send him when there's only one run. Yeah, other ways to get that run across.
Yeah, now Francis out at first base. It's a 9-7 ball game. Tell you what, after the first couple innings, didn't really see this coming, but got a back pick here to first, not in time. And just a real credit to this Raiders team. You know, they're looking to defend that Mercer County Tournament title from last season, and falling behind 7-0, they just have been able to continue to play their game, take good at-bats, and that's how they've gotten all the way back into this one and taken the lead. So 2 balls and no strikes to Amicangelo. That'll be Wolak's first earned run of the season that he gave up right there, and he delivers a fastball in the inside corner, 2-1. Francis takes his lead, the 2-1. Is lined up the middle, a base hit right past the glove of Wolak. The ball gets bobbled out there in center field by Nitti. It's going to allow the runners to advance an extra base, and it's second and third now with only 1 out for William Kramer.
Now batting number 2, Will Kramer.
So single and an error that allows the runners to advance.
Talk about defending that championship too, Jordan. I think probably Hun School, the baseball team, they've heard some of the chatter around that they graduated a lot of their top talent, and that's got to be a motivator for some of these guys who are stepping up into a varsity role this year. And then you find yourselves down 7-0. You know, it takes a little extra want to get back into this type of game. But I feel like it's a team that feels like they want to defend the championship and prove that they still have a lot of talent on this team. And they're proving it today with the bats and with the offense, playing a good game so far. And you know, you're down 7-0. To mount that comeback, it takes a little bit, and credit to Hun.
Yeah, and you got to believe that Tom Monfiletto, their head coach, is a big part of that.
He did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, the players out there, they're the ones putting in the work, but Monfiletto.
All right, good point, good point.
Able to keep them locked in and able to. Obviously, a lot of players on this Hun team did graduate, but they've still got quite a few people and players who were returning from that championship team last year, and they've done a good job so far to take the lead in this one after falling behind 7-0. And one of those players now, William Kramer, digs in with a chance to extend the lead, and it's 1-0 to him. Taking
the lead, and earlier in the game, Jordan, you mentioned how they took the momentum away from Steinert, and they still haven't given that back.
Yeah, and I think that's a credit not only to their offense, but to the job Lucas Henderson has done on the mound. Ground ball right to third, runners off on contact, and now Francis is going to be in a rundown. He's got nowhere to go. He'll come home and be tagged out. Up to second base is going to be Kramer, as Amicangelo had advanced to third and kind of forced the hand of Trey Francis to have to come home. So a big second out without allowing a run to score for Steinert. It's now 9-7 with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position for Michael Jolly. And got to figure if maybe this is going to be a little bit of a pitch around with obviously Jolly's power. He got that open base, and he's already homered once in this game. And anything extra bases or over the wall here, it would be big. And it's a first pitch hit by pitch. And now they're loaded. It's a lot of players who have been plunked in this one on both sides. And you wonder if, obviously you never want to speculate if anything is intentional, but I mean just this many, obviously it's not like you've got poor weather conditions to deal with. It's got to be a thought.
I'll just say that one was not close to the strike zone.
Yeah, that one kind of just hit him square in the back. Well, Michael Chiarvallo digs in now with the bases loaded and 2 away, and the first pitch is cut on and missed, 0-1. Again, the winner of this game plays the winner of Notre Dame and Lawrenceville in the semifinals at Veterans Park on Tuesday. And that pitch catches the inside corner, 0-2.
Count on WBCB for continued coverage of this Mercer County tournament.
Yeah, we'll take you all the way up through the finals, which will be on Friday at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, as the 0-2 is popped up foul territory and it's going to find its way back behind the Hun dugout and out of play.
See if I can get an update on that Lawrenceville Notre Dame game.
That game began at 4 o'clock, so got to figure they're probably at about the same point in their action as we are here, as the 0-2 pitch from Wolak is chopped out towards short. Coming on in is Gill. He'll go to the short way to second and end the inning. Another run does score, so 9-7 Hun as we go to the 6th on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
So we welcome you back here to Wilf Field on the beautiful campus of the Hun School of Princeton, where it's the Hun Raiders leading it 9-7. Steinert Spartans, who've been kept off the scoreboard since the second inning, and a real credit to the man on the mound right now, Lucas Henderson, coming in, and he's been able to force a lot of weak contact, just one strikeout so far to his credit, but he's done a great job of allowing his offense to continue to put up runs, and they've come all the way back from down 7-0. And it's going to be the bottom three of the Steinert order due up here in the 6th. That's Danny Mayer, Ryan Tash, and Andrew Condurso.
Yeah, I'm looking for a score from Rich Fisher. Fish for scores. Not coming up with one quite yet.
First pitch to Mayer. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It's 1-0.
We mentioned the winner here gets either Lawrenceville or Notre Dame. That's the 8-1 game. Other action today, the 6-3 matchup between Allentown and Lawrence. And the 7-2 hookup, Hopewell and Pennington.
A lot of great action all around Mercer County today, and the 1-1 here is fouled off, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
More first round games tomorrow. Today also happening. Trenton, Nottingham, Princeton, Ewing, West Windsor, Plainsboro North, and Hamilton.
That pitch way upstairs goes all the way to the backstop. It's 2-2. Henderson kind of laughing to himself out there on the mound. You wonder if maybe that ball kind of slipped out of his hands, because he's been really effective today. He's been able to throw a lot of strikes, locate really well. And his 2-2 is fouled off. Late swing there by Mayer as Henderson tried to work that breaking ball to the inside corner again, and Mayer able to just make contact with it and foul it off. 2-2 once more is swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Henderson. Starts the 6th, and there's 1 gone now for Ryan Tash. Tash, who has walked and scored in this one, takes a ball. Count even now as that one's over on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Man, Henderson now's got a rhythm, Jordan. He's just getting it, and he's going.
Well, there you go. Fires that breaking ball to the inside corner. He's definitely in a groove.
Working quick out there right now.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming to Tash is low and in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Henderson's done just a real excellent job of shutting this down, coming in, and after Charles Batista just clearly didn't have it, not something we're used to seeing from Batista, but real credit to this guy out on the mound for coming in and quieting a Steinert offense that after they went up 7-0, you maybe had the thought that this was going to be another game for them, that they would score 10 or more, 15 or more, and Henderson has just done a fantastic job holding them to 7. It's a full count here to Tash. The 3-2 is a called strike 3. Henderson looks really locked in out there as he's retired back-to-back Spartans on strikes, this time looking, and there's 2 away in the 6th. Andrew Condurso, the batter, as he'll go no batting gloves for this at-bat.
I mean, that's hitting your spot. Great strikeout by Henderson.
Swing and a miss. Well out in front was Condurso, maybe looking to jump on a first pitch fastball, and got the curveball, and it's now 0-1 to him. Just off the plate away, 1-1. Well, still a big at-bat here for Condurso. If he's able to reach base, it'll turn the lineup over to Finaccio with a chance to tie the game. And that one's lined out towards center field, but right at Michael Chiravallo. He makes the play. Another 1-2-3 inning, back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Henderson. The Hun offense back to work, leading by 2, looking for some insurance runs when we come back on the WBCB Sports Network.
Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. They want to take an opportunity to wish all of their students the best of luck this school term. Proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And they have their Tech Night coming up. Hamilton Township School District's Tech Night, May 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Crockett Middle. The event going to feature a showcase of the technology of the Hamilton Township schools. Admission is free, and you can pre-register at htsdnj.org. That's htsdnj.org. Also check out that same website for summer camp offerings. 2023 summer camp registration is open, and summer camps offered to Hamilton Township residents entering grades K through 12. Visit, again, htsdnj.org to register, find out more about the summer camp opportunities from the Hamilton Township School District.
Back here in Princeton, and Andrew Wolak, after giving up his first earned run of the season last inning, will look to keep the deficit for the Spartans at 2. He's going to face Charles Batista, Tyler Tucker, and Deacon Bown, and got a feeling that another run here, the way Lucas Henderson has been working on the mound, might just be enough for the Raiders as they look to advance to the semifinals of the Mercer County Tournament. 9-7, they lead it here in the bottom of the 6th.
And for the Spartans, I mean, all of their activity, all of their runs seem like a distant memory at this point, Jordan, for They scored so early in this game. Meanwhile, Hun, it's like every inning they're tacking on, they're adding a little bit more, something good happening for them at the plate.
Yeah, it's only been the first inning that Hun was held off the board. Meanwhile, Steinert, on the other hand, after scoring 7 runs in the first 2 innings, haven't scored since. And that's allowed the Raiders to come surging back here.
And they haven't really even threatened that much, Jordan.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 innings worked by Henderson there as that one's dribbled out in front of the mound. Wolak makes the play, and whoa, Batista goes falling into Lambert as that throw kind of took him into the baseline. Everyone seems okay. That's 2 very tall, strong players that just collided, and fortunately both got up immediately.
Couple of big guys.
Yeah, well, it's the first out here of the 6th. It's going to bring Tyler Tucker to the plate.
And, there's no rule that indicates the batter needs to make way for the fielder. But Batista, I don't think he needed to make that contact right there. And,
yeah, I mean,
it is what that's part of the game, part of playing hard.
Obviously, he's got the right to the baseline just as much as Lambert has the right to reach into that baseline to make the play, and it's just maybe some unfortunate timing, unfortunate placement for both of those 2 guys. Fortunately, they both seem to be okay, and a big first out for Steinert here in the 6th. Big swing and a miss by Tucker to start off this at-bat. It's 0-1. That one, I guess, just clipped the foot of Tucker. It's going to be another hit by pitch. Wolak saying that missed him.
I didn't think it hit him, but
yeah, usually if it hits somebody, especially off the cleat like that, you'll be able to hear it. I thought I really only heard the ball hit the ground, but either way, a runner on first now, and now Deacon Bound, who's had a great game today with a couple of hits and a walk. 2 runs scored as well for the catcher, digs in. And the first pitch to him is taken on the outside part of the plate for a strike.
not a big lead off first, but they've been aggressive on the bases, the Hun school today, Jordan.
Yeah, and they've ran the bases extremely well, and got to figure now maybe that small lead, you're just up by 2. You don't want to accidentally get picked off. Just try and do anything you can, especially for this bottom of the lineup that has been so productive. Because that one's ripped foul, and it'll be 0-2.
Sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit. And
yeah.
I don't know, maybe put that runner in scoring position if you feel confident in their ability to steal a base.
Well, it would certainly be an aggressive move. I'm sure that Hun would definitely like to get that insurance run home. And a called strike 3, back pick to first, and back safely is Tucker, but Deacon Bound down on strikes, a big second out. And now 2 outs, 1 on for Jack Saker. Saker, who's single, double, driven in a run, scored 2.
Haven't kept him off the bases today at all, right?
No, well, he had, last at bat, he had a sacrifice fly where he was just able to advance the runner, but he's just done some great work up there in the batter's box, and it looks like Condurso is going to go out and talk to his pitcher and maybe just give a quick scouting report on how to attack this guy. And now Brian Giolello is actually going to go out and
join the mound party.
Yeah, maybe make a change. I thought I saw him motion for a new pitcher. And yeah, that is what we're going to get. It's going to be number 25. That's Danny Mayer. And we'll step aside here as Mayer warms up. 2 outs here in the 6th. 9-7 ball game. We'll be right back.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
This is Angelo Honor, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding
Danny
you to come
Mayer
back home.
looking to get the final out of the 6th inning. He was the designated hitter for this Steinert team, and now he takes the mound, and we take a look at some of his stats from the season. He comes in with a 7 ERA, just 4 innings of work. He's given up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, and has thrown 76 pitches. So not a lot of work for Mayer, but he's called on in a big spot trying to keep this deficit at 2. And he's got to face Jack Saker, who's had a very good day at the plate so far. Mayer, the 4th pitcher in this game for the Spartans, and his first pitch is lined foul back and over the press box, over our heads and out of play. It's 0-1. Oh, is inside, and Condurso fakes the throw down to first, is taking a little bit of a lead down there was Tyler Tucker, and the 1-1 is just off the plate inside.
What part of the lineup is coming up for the Spartans in the top of the 7th, Jordan?
We'll do up in the 7th. I believe it's going to be the top of the lineup. That's Finaccio, Jake Pope, and Braden Nitty. So got to figure that if you're able to hold it at 2 here, you give yourself a good chance with the top of your lineup due up. They've had some solid production out there. They've been able to reach base a few times. The 2-2 is delivered inside. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner will be off now from first.
Meanwhile, you got to keep it right here with Mayer now on the mound. You can't afford to fall 3 runs down. But that part of the lineup, you know, that's kind of how you don't want to be down runs, but.
As the 3-2 is fouled off the end of the bat and out of play, and we'll do it again.
Those are the hitters you want at the plate in those clutch situations.
Yeah, can't ask, I guess, for a better part of the lineup to be coming up, and they're going to have to find a way to score no matter what. 3-2 pitch is lined down the left field line and foul, and a good battle going on now between Mayer and Jack Saker.
Henderson seems to be going strong for the Hun school. Here we don't see a pitch count. Some of the other spots that we're at, up on the scoreboard, we can see how many pitches that they've thrown, but it doesn't seem like he's tired at all, and I expect to see him out there for the 7th.
He's been working a lot of quick innings. He's gotten back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings, and really found a groove out there on the mound. Mayer's 2 is out toward left field. It is going to one-hop go over the wall, so that's big for Steinert in terms of the fact that it keeps Tucker at third base, as he probably would have scored on that since he was off and running with it being a 3-2 count. So now 2 in scoring position for Francis, and still just a two-run game, and Mayer can see himself out of this and gives Steinert a chance to put up a couple runs next inning, but got a big batter to face here in Francis. Just more production from the bottom of this Hun lineup now. It's another extra base hit for them. Their third double from these 7, 8, 9 guys.
And was that Saker?
Yes, that was Jack Saker. He's now 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, an RBI, and 2 runs in.
Should have had a run batted in there, except it bounced over the fence.
Francis pops this one foul and back behind home plate 1-1. Yeah, putting himself in a great spot, right along with his teammate Lucas Henderson to be our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. As the 1-1 to Francis is ripped towards third. Nice play by Tash, fires it across in time. So Mayer does his job, keeps it at a 2-run game. Top of the lineup due up for the Spartans in the 7th. They'll need 2 runs, and we'll be right back with more action here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Fly a rocket, save the tigers, hike the mountains of Peru. There is nothing we can't do when we read. April is School Library Month. School libraries are magical places where students fall in love with reading and learning. NJEA members honor the important role that school librarians play in cultivating creativity and supporting student success. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because we prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message is sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and this radio station.
Parents, if you want your child to learn from professionals of baseball, then the Alumni Baseball Camp is a perfect fit. Headed by Hun baseball coach Tom Monfrelletto and a staff of knowledgeable Hun baseball alumni and friends, and held on a beautiful campus at Hun School, this camp is open to boys and girls from ages 8 to rising 9th graders. 2 sessions, July 24th through the 28th and July 31st through August 4th. Your child will learn the comprehensive skills of baseball, competition, and sportsmanship. There's a 3-to-1 player-to-coach ratio, fundamental skill stations, and daily awards, including a Camp World Series, and lunch is also included. For more information, visit their website at alumnibaseballcamp.com. That's alumnibaseballcamp.com. This is the premier baseball camp in Mercer and Bucks County. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news, 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County, 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian.
I think I'm going to alumni baseball camp just for the lunch.
Yeah, got to figure that, got to provide some good food out there and sign your kid up, and maybe you'll see Chris Irmer there taking in maybe a hot dog or a hamburger, whatever they've got.
I'm hungry right now.
Well, Henderson back to work facing the top of this lineup. Finaccio digs in, shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. 0-1 way upstairs and away, 1-1. Well, you need at least one base runner if you're Steinert. Got to find a way to bring that tying run to the plate. Haven't scored since the second. And the 1-1 is taken off the plate, 2-1. This Steinert dugout making some noise, trying to encourage Finaccio as he tries to become the leadoff batter to get on, and the 2-1 coming from Henderson is way upstairs, 3-1.
Great hitters count, but I want him to keep the bat on the shoulder, I think, and take a pitch.
Got to figure if he's going to be swinging, it's pitch and spot, and he takes one right down the middle, so there you go. Full count now as he was maybe trying to see if Henderson would throw one off the plate and walk him, but now he's got a battle, 3-2. Chopper out towards second base. Coming on in and on it is Amicangelo, and he makes the play. 1 out in the 7th. Hun looking to pick up their second win over Steinert in as many weeks and looking to advance to the semifinals. They're 2 outs away.
It's been an adventure defensively today, Jordan, but solid play there for Hun, and they only need 2 more outs, and so they just need a couple of more, a couple more guys to make the play.
Yeah, nice job by Ann McAngelo just to remain calm on that one. Obviously, maybe some tense moments for both of these teams right now, as it's now a 2-ball, no strike count to Jake Pope. Steinert needing 2 runs in this inning. Henderson ready, his 2-0. Low, 3 balls and no strikes. And another 3-ball count, and you got to believe that Pope is going to be taking this pitch all the way. And he does. It's off the plate, ball 4. So Braden Nitty steps to the plate with a chance to tie this game. Pope with a 4-pitch walk, and Nitty digs in. He's been hit by a pitch today and has reached on an error. That was back in the first inning. And now some words of encouragement for Henderson by his catcher, Deacon Bound. Trying to get him to settle back in. He's had a little bit of trouble with command so far in the 7th after working real quick 5th and 6th innings. Has allowed his first base runner since the 4th. Pope takes his lead. The first pitch to Nitty is outside. That's 5 straight out of the strike zone now for Henderson. Got to figure if you're the Spartans, maybe you just take until he proves he could throw you a strike. Base runners, obviously the key right now, and the 1-0 is taken on the inside corner. So there you go, he gets the strike over, and it's 1-1.
That pitch was borderline. Henderson there almost inside on that.
1-1 popped foul, and Braden Nitty stands so close to home plate that, it came pretty close to hitting him actually, but just because of where he stands in the batter's box, it was over the inside corner.
So one team after today still with a chance to win another Mercer County Tournament. Again, Hun defending champions.
And Steinert, they've won more than anyone else, but haven't won since 2016, and Bound keeps that one in front of him, holds Pope at first base. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, 16-time champs on the brink of elimination.
I will say Steinert, as this one's thrown over to first, not in time. Steinert has had a flair for the dramatic this season. Of course, not at home today, but they've walked it off 5 times this season, including 3 on wild pitches. So you got to believe they're feeling confident, understanding they've been in situations like this before throughout the season. And a chance to tie the game here, Nitty. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jake Pope at first base. The 2-2 is low, 3-2. Well, big pitch coming here. You got Jack Gill, the cleanup hitter, in the on-deck circle, and a walk here would allow Gill to tie this game with a ball in the gap or down the line. And Henderson looks the runner back. Comes set. And the 3-2. Runner goes. Pitch is lined out towards center field. And, not realizing it is Pope. The ball is caught. The throwback to first is going to double him up. And that's how the game ends. 9-7, your final. The Hun Raiders have advanced to the semifinals of the Mercer County Tournament, knocking off the Steinert Spartans 9-7 at home. A very interesting way to end this game is Jake Pope didn't realize that that ball was caught out there by Chiravallo. And their Mercer County Tournament run ends in the first round.
I think he thought there was going to be a line drive base hit, but that ball was hanging up there for a while, and just
didn't get a good read off the bat, I guess.
Bad read. Well, today's game here on WBCB brought to you by the Trentonian. And thanks so much. You can read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. Thanks also to the New Jersey Education Association, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Haldeman Ford Subaru, along with the Trenton Thunder, Hyundai of Trenton, the Hamilton Township Education Association, Saul Funeral Home, thanks to Hamilton Township's Animal Shelter, the Alumni Baseball Camp, Hamilton Township Division of Health, and the Italian People's Bakery, and I don't want to forget the Trentonian. Read about today's game in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. All right, what do you say? We got to get our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. Jordan, do you have a nominee?
I think you probably got to go Lucas Henderson. Just too many great candidates on the offense to go around. So how about we give Henderson the credit for allowing all of those Hun batters to be able to get them back into the game. He had a fantastic outing today.
A bunch of scoreless innings.
Yeah, 5 1/3 scoreless and picks up the save. 3 strikeouts on the day for him. So we'll talk to him in just a little bit as he is going to be our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. We'll be back to talk with him in just a bit here on the WBCB Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
This is Angelo Onnerfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Fly a rocket, save the tigers, hike the mountains of Peru. There is nothing we can't do when we read. April is School Library Month. School libraries are magical places where students fall in love with reading and learning. NJEA members honor the important role that school librarians play in cultivating creativity and supporting student success. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because we prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message is sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and this radio station.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
we welcome you back here to the Hun School of Princeton, where the Hun Raiders are victorious in the quarterfinals of the Mercer County Tournament, 9-7. Our player of the game, Lucas Henderson, was able to shut the door. 5 1/3 innings in relief, 3 strikeouts, no earned runs allowed, and picked up the save. And Lucas, you've got that Italian People's Bakery gift card, gift card for a free hoagie, and well-deserved today. You really came in and just settled it down, let your offense go to work. I mean, what were you thinking kind of coming in with it being a 7-0 game and knowing that you kind of had to hold Steinert right where they were?
Coming into a 7-0 game, I just kind of I knew I had to throw strikes. That was the only way that I could kind of get out of that. So yeah, just throw strikes, do my job, and let my defense do the work behind me. That was the biggest part of my game, and obviously the offense clutched up and got 9 runs behind me. So I just did my job, and everyone else did too. So
that was big time.
It kind of worked out, right?
Get that support, no question. What was working for you out there on the mound as far as what pitches you felt were most effective for you?
My fastball usually works a lot for me because it has a decent amount of run. So I like to run that inside, and then I'll paint it outside a couple times. But that and my slider worked a lot.
Seemed like you were getting the inside corner a little bit. Good strike zone today for you.
Yeah. Good low strike zone. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And you look like when you came in, you kind of were just settled in, just kind of from the start, let your offense go to work. What does it mean to you as a relief pitcher, knowing you've got an offense that can put together 9 runs and make that comeback?
I mean, it helps so much. It helps because I don't have to strike everyone out. I don't have to be the best player out there. I know I got my guys behind me doing their job as well. So it's a team effort, right? So.
Yep. Congratulations on the win today. Tell us a little bit about what it means to you guys. You guys are defending champions of the Mercer County Tournament, some different players out there on the field this year, but I know you guys must want it just as bad, maybe because the team did it last year. Your teammates were there.
Sadly, I wasn't a part of that team last year. I'm one of the new transfers this year, but sorry, what was the question?
Well, just, what it means for the team to
it's amazing.
Kind of represent yourself separate from the team last year. Everybody said, that was a great team last year, but you guys are like, you're a whole separate thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people doubted us this year coming in because we lost, seven of our top players.
I think that's fair to say. Right.
But with everyone doing their job and everyone just contributing, we're going to keep getting W's, and we're just going to keep winning. And hopefully we get to the Mercer County Tournament finals and get that ship back to back, right?
Yeah, well, you guys are now one step closer to doing that. And a big thank you to you, Lucas. You're our Italian People's Bakery player of the game. Be sure to stop by their address there and pick yourself up a free hoagie. Well-deserved, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you guys, too.
All right, no problem. Lucas Henderson, our player of the game here, as the Hun School of Princeton gets past the Steinert Spartans. And I think we recognized all of our sponsors, and we got all the business done. Great game, Jordan, and nice call. Good work. Really, a tale of an early game and then a later game almost. It was 7-0, and then everything turned around, and it was all Hun from that point on. It didn't seem like it was going to go that way, but here we are.
Yeah, Steinert got out to that 7-0 lead with 4 runs in the second, 3 in the first, and Hun, their bats battled. We just talked to Lucas Henderson, who basically allowed their offense to go out to work and make the comeback, and so now they are one step closer from winning their second consecutive Mercer County Tournament. One more note to throw out there is that there's never been a repeat champion in the Mercer County Tournament since 2005-2006 when Notre Dame did it, so now Hun just 2 wins away from breaking that streak.
I thought you were going to say never, never.
Oh, not never, never, no.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, yeah. It's been 17 years, and Hun victorious over Steinert today, 9-7. A big thank you to all of our sponsors today for making this game possible. Thank you to the crew, Chris Ermer on color and camera, Colin Summer behind the computer doing some video engineering for us. Hun victorious over Steinert 9-7, and we thank you so much for listening. and watching here on the WBCB Sports Network. Everybody, have a good night, and stay tuned for more continued coverage as we get into tournament play. Have a good night, everybody.